before we jump in, be sure to hit the subscribe button. Listen, this channel is for people who want to have real conversations, no fluff, authentic, where we talk about money, mindset, and relationships and everything else under the sun, as long as it gets back to the money and how we can level up in life. Now, let's be real. Subscribing to this channel helps my content reach more people, which gets me closer to monetization so I can continue to keep giving you high quality content. Now, if you rock with that, be sure to hit the subscribe button as well as the bell notification. Let's get back to the video. What up? What up? What up? So check it. We're doing things a little different here since we're doing a little rebranding phase. You know, Banter and Barter is going to be its own entity. So I can't approach y'all with the same welcome to the Courtney show. But welcome to Banter and Barter. Welcome to another episode. This is also going to be one of the dopest shows on YouTube as well. But we're going to continue to keep growing and keep building this thing. So how y'all feeling today? How y'all feeling?
I feel good. Today's been a good day.
Absolutely. I like it.
Absolutely.
I like it. Mac, how you feeling? Oh, yeah. Oh, Lord, you already lagging.
I already struggle streaming.
And you mute.
We can't.
It was good at first, then boom. Soon as he's like, "Hey, bro, how y'all feel?" My shit started freezing.
Same.
I find it funny, bro. When everybody, I guess when they would try to reiterate what I say, they always got to say it in my voice. Funniest shit ever. Funniest shit ever, bro. So look, make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe for the algorithm, and make sure I hit that bell notification. So look, I want to go ahead and get into these topics. I know Ash says, look, she said she got to be out of here by 10. So look, we got to make sure we lock in on these topics. You know what I'm saying? And the rest of the crew, they'll be here when they get here. You know what I'm saying? I'm a doc, they pay. But look,
I'm a chick, boss.
I know, right? So typically we normally will start off with an icebreaker, but I thought we'd do something different. Instead of me playing the video, I want to pose a question. And the reason I want to pose this question is because I want to give you some context and a backstory. So I was on TikTok live stream today, and the person that I follow, they were talking about how podcasters and male podcasters, how they create these channels to they talk about relationships, they talk about dating, and they said that a lot of these men shouldn't even be starting the podcast and be talking about relationships and dating when they aren't doing anything, right? So you know me, I love to play the other side. And I told her I respectfully disagree, because there are a lot of men who are doing these things and they want to talk about it because there may be other people who may be searching for that information. So let me pose the question. Well, let me bring Marcus in here. He just in time. What up? So let me pose the question. Some people say men with dating podcasts don't really have anything going on for themselves. They just talk. Do you agree, or do you think these conversations still serve a purpose? So I'm gonna throw it up in the air to whoever want to take it first.
I'll grab it.
All right, go ahead.
I definitely understand where the girlies are coming from when they're saying that. Unfortunately, the loudest in the building is the ones that are being seen. I know there's probably a lot of very intelligent people that have podcasts that are males, but they're being overshadowed by the ones that are ignorant. So a lot of the ones that we're seeing don't have a lot of intelligent things to say about relationships. I do agree. But with that being said, there are so many of them that are eye-twitching to watch. It's becoming it's seeming like it's a majority of men that are feeling that way, and that's unfortunate. I do think that they'd at least be balanced, and it's not right now. So no, I don't think that the ones that are the loudest are adding anything of value to relationship advice currently, at least. I know they're out there.
Yeah.
But the ones that are being seen, no.
So let me ask you a question. So you believe that there are more men podcasts about relationships with dating than there are women?
No.
Okay.
Just that the views in the male podcast side, because that's mostly what we're discussing, are not as intelligent as I would like to see. They're out there. It's just rarer than the others.
Okay. Mac, Marcus, yeah, what y'all got on the topic?
I think see, I'm the type of person that find value in everything. So I think even a perspective that may seem unintelligent to me, right? I don't know what in the confines of their relationships that they didn't have, right? So me, I've been trying to practice this thing that maybe some people can't articulate themselves in the way because this is something new. And they actually just kind of getting better at trying to actually say what they have to say and paint the picture as clear as possible. Because I done seen some people on male podcasts and when they first started and where they at now, the way they articulate themselves then got way better. And you don't get better unless you do repetition, listen to other people's perspectives and be like, oh, okay, I see where you're coming from that. And you hear some words you never heard before. You're like, I'm gonna use that, like proclivity, right?
Yeah, proclivity.
You know what I'm saying?
Shout
So
out to
I think I'm a type of person that I've been trying to practice. Like, even though it may be hard, it's a hard listen to people to try to understand what they're saying. I'm trying to understand where they're coming from. And then if I can reiterate it to them and they be like, yeah, that's basically what I'm trying to say. I was like, okay, cool. And we can further the conversation. And I think from a male perspective, I think all male podcasts is valuable because we haven't been able to have a voice for a while. Like everybody's been narrating men, like except us, right? We're trying to say, hey, there's men that's married out there. There's men that can speak to things. There's men that's been through things. And a lot of people don't see our side, and a lot of people look at us as not human, right? We don't have empathy. We don't have sympathy. Because it's not in a woman's perspective or the way they look at things, because the male perspective, we say our male, perspective, it's like y'all wrong. And what we are and who we are been narrated by white people, women, and everything, right? So it's kind of hard to take a seat back and hear all this, chaos of saying, hey, this is how we are. But if you really look, just like what she said, a lot of people with the voice, they're the one narrating who we are, and we're trying to combat it. No matter who can do it, they can't articulate it well or not. I think it's valuable because now it's kind of like everybody is saying, hey, we tired of y'all telling us who we are, and what we do. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna say it, even though I might not be the articulate person to say it. I got to come out and say something because I'm tired of just sitting back and hearing people saying this is who we are, but it's not. In a general sense, right? Okay. Not absolute, right? I'm just saying in a general sense, it's not. That's not how we operate.
Marcus, what you?
No, I mean I got to agree with Macaroni on that one. Like the ones that are out there, you might not. It might not be 100% the way that you roll. We're all different, so. But you do take certain situations from it, what they're saying. As long as you don't focus so much on the words, but like you got to decipher what they're saying. And for the most part, what they're saying is correct. It's from the man side and what to look for in women. And for women, it's not going to look that good because what they're saying is what you want to avoid. And a lot of times, when women hear that, it's more. It just doesn't roll off right. So I can understand why women don't necessarily see the value in these sort of conversations and these podcasts. But for men, I mean, I think it is helpful. Again, you have to be your own person. You got to understand what to decipher and what you're going to take from it and what you're not going to take from it. So, but I think they all are definitely, you can take something from them for sure.
And another thing is, Marcus, this is a new theme. So a lot of women are hearing men speaking how they feel about things or their perspective. It's always, you'll hear a lot of women say, men back in the day, they didn't complain like this. They didn't say this and this, that, and the third. They did, right? Yeah. You wasn't there, right? They was with the fellas. They was at the barbershop. They was at little kickback or whatever. And they just saying, they not real out like, hey, my wife is like this, X, Y, and Z. They be like, man, you ever had a chick do this and X, Y, and Z? And it's just a back and forth. Even when you was a kid, you probably didn't know what they was talking about, but you just like this. Going back and forth, you know what I'm saying? Right? And then look, they go home and they shut it off. So when you go home and everything, the women like, I never hear my dad or my what's the name say anything and blah 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 and this, that, and the third. They just like, my man don't complain, so it must be y'all. So now it's one of those things where women say, hey, y'all men, don't keep that stuff in. Be expressive. You don't supposed to keep it in. Go to therapy. So now these dudes are going to therapy. I even heard women therapists say they have more men in their sessions than women.
I'm glad.
Right? So it's like one of those things. The men are doing the work and they are talking to each other. And even my mentor, he go to therapy. He put me on game about things that when in his sessions, what to make him look at different perspectives and stuff. So we're doing the work, but I don't think a lot of women are used to hearing it, right? And then they've been told something completely different all their life. How can they actually believe what we're saying, right?
Yeah.
What's good? What's good, Ross? So what you got on the topic?
What's good with it?
Not much, big dog. Not much. So yeah. So they say some people say men with dating podcasts don't really have anything going for themselves. They just talk. Do you agree, or do you think these conversations still serve a purpose?
Shit. Who talking that kind of shit?
Well, just to give a backstory. So I watched this person that I follow on TikTok today. You know, since she was on the live today, and she was speaking in regards to podcasts and specifically towards men podcasts. And when they talk about dating, they talk about relationships and how a lot of these men aren't building, they aren't doing anything. And just to give even more context, a lot of these men aren't either in relationships or they're doing something outside of what they're talking about in their podcast. They're not building, they're not growing, they're not making no money, they're not doing any of these things. I'm just like, I disagree respectfully because I do. Yeah. So go ahead. So yeah, what's your thoughts on it?
Okay, well, for one, a podcast ain't nothing light. No matter how much you try to downplay it, you still doing something. You still taking your time. I mean, whether you trapping off the iPhone or whatever, you still got a computer set up. You still editing. It still takes a good amount of groundwork to set up a podcast, let alone get one off the ground to where people actually tuning in. So
right,
that's a heap of shit to begin with. And then for two, when not to have to start like a gender war or anything, but when women have shut down every avenue of access towards getting to them, what else do you expect? Women don't want men holding doors open for them. They like all the chivalry and shit of yesteryear. Women don't want that shit. I get it's a face being made, but my thing is when you go online and the people, like I always say, the people that they allow to be on the forefront, that they champion, all the other big, more popular creators, so to speak, that are on the forefront, they get out there just saying wild, egregious shit. And then, the men sit back like, okay, well, I was doing the bare minimum that I was taught, was supposed to help you get a woman, but everything that you were taught pretty much is out the window nowadays. This is a whole bunch of opposite shit. You can't say hi to nobody. You can't smile. You can't open the door. A woman could damn near drop something. You can't even tell her she dropped it. It's
you
be like, oh, excuse. Yeah, you're like, excuse me, miss. Oh, I got a boyfriend. Well, shit. All right, then, bitch, your tampon hanging out. Like,
you bleeding. You bleeding, man. I just wanted to know.
Tell your boyfriend to come back from war and come tuck that little tail in that I was trying to help you so you don't look goofy the rest of the damn day. Like, so, you can't really do much of being that men are solution based. They tried to create a solution like, hey, maybe if I cut this camera on and, speak my grievances on this camera, I'll see if it's just me or if motherfuckers going to link up in the comments like it's some Captain Universe and be like, oh, shit, that shit happened in my area too. So, I don't know. I mean, I get it. A lot of these podcast people jump on there and they say shit that sound good. So, Shorty might have thought she was cooking in her head. I guess it sounds good to her, but at the same time, it's a lot of stuff that men are saying in these podcasts that sound good to other people. I mean, because we could say the same thing for women. Like, hey, you know, women with podcasts, y'all wasting time. Y'all should be outside. But at the same time, there's still going to be bullet points that they drop. It might be every 7 episodes you get a major bullet point, and you're like, oh, you know what? Shorty cooking. So you just got to let shit rock. It's a day job. You can't say everybody got a job. That's why I always laugh, too, when I'll be at work sometimes and people talking about, oh, I got this, and that going on, and, you know, I feel like I should start a YouTube. Then start it. Oh, well, I feel like it's saturated. We work for a company with over 20,000 employees, and they still hire every month.
I think and to be honest, now go ahead.
No, that's pretty much it.
Courtney, did she say anything to like to quantify like what she meant by that? Because it sounds like it's just what she feel and projected instead of like.
Well, her idea was hold on, read the comment. Doors being open is definitely far and in between, but I would say personally, it makes the day for sure. But no, so to quantify, so basically she's a businesswoman herself, right? So she according to her, you know what I'm saying, I don't have the receipts in regards to how much she actually makes, but according to her, she's a millionaire already, right? And so she does hair care products. She's out there in Atlanta actually, and she has her own business. Like she be on live stream in her own store, selling products, all these different things. And so she was talking in regards to men in their podcast and dating. Mind you, she's single. She don't have a man. On top of that, she qualified it as, hey, there are a lot of men who got podcasts and they ain't in relationships. They aren't building. They aren't in relationships. They're cheating on their wives or whatever the case may be. And so I challenged her with the question. I said, okay, so if that's the case, why shouldn't men have podcasts? Because I'm on the fence about it. There are some men who be saying some crazy stuff, some out of pocket stuff. I'm like, all right, bro, you doing a little too much. But at the same time, like Max said, there's a lot of information within that, because there are some struggles that men go through. Just as a lot of women podcasts, a lot of women say a lot of egregious things, but it's like, okay, I can see where you're coming from on that, because there are some guys like that. We all know certain women who act a certain way. There are men who act a certain way, and so that's why it's dope for guys like myself, my guys like Marcus, like Matt, like JB, and we touch grass, so we've been out here in the street. We just ain't pop on the podcast and just started talking. We've experienced it ourselves in life. You know, we've been through college. We did all of that, so we understand what it's like. So we're able to speak on it. Now, even though myself and Rob may be on a certain side of the fence when it comes to certain type of women, hey, it is what it is. But we can still understand what each other are talking about, and we still can take that. Like, I can take the meat and spit out the bones. Pause.
Yes. Hey, you.
Sometimes, bro. Hey, bro. Sometimes, that was kind of crazy, bro. Hey, yo, Sean, that was wild, Sean. Like, word the mother, Sean. You need to chill out with that shit, Sean.
Hey, that's why I had to say pause real quick. I had to call.
No, I think sometimes, bro. On both sides, right? Men and women that's on this little podcast battle stuff. I think it's like one thing I always follow the money, right? She got to say some big thing to get men mad or whatever, and she gonna have people make content based on what she responded. So she gonna get flow to her channel and everything because she said something. She already knew it's gonna spark a lot of back and forth and all that stuff. So stuff gonna flow just like we talking about it now. You know what I'm saying? But on the other hand, I do think sometimes I think people worry about other people so much, like not when we having conversations about like relationship stuff. It's more like, well, I'm putting in this work and I'm doing this and I'm doing this and I'm rich, and y'all online talking. What the hell y'all doing? Like, bro, people got jobs. You know what I'm saying? People multitasking. I'm doing 3 things. I got a job, landscaping, and doing this. So it's like I'm out here doing stuff, and there's a lot of people doing that. It's just they don't have to say it. We're here to talk about certain things. We're not here to, hey, I'm this, that, and the third, and blah, blah, blah. So I'm talking. Because if that was the case, any therapist that self-proclaimed therapist came up there, we don't need to listen to them either because we don't know their 100% credentials and stuff.
And
we
to,
just
and to
had a
that,
conversation.
and to piggyback on that real quick, Clem, it's also the fact that a lot of people get into podcasts, and let's be honest, a lot of people get into podcasts and not just to come up here and talk. They get in it because they know there's a lot of money in it. And to be 100% fair, the podcasting game is still new. It's fairly new. That's why it seems to be so saturated. That's why you see so many people doing it. People are just starting to tap in just to the virality. I mean, just being virtual like we are. It's still not as hot and as popping as we may think it is. We may see it on our algorithm, but it's not as hot. Just because when I went to the podcast summit a couple weekends ago in Atlanta, they were talking about it. This is still brand new podcast. That's why they're pushing it so heavy. It's just like how pickleball came out of nowhere. Now all of a sudden everybody want to play pickleball now. Wasn't nobody thinking about pickleball 5 years ago. 2 years ago, now everybody wants to play pickleball. Everybody want to do it. So it's a new sport. Pickleball been around for years, but a certain person made it hot and everybody jumped on the wagon just like anything else that they do. So eventually a lot of these people.
But the thing about it is,
no, go ahead. No, you good. Go ahead. You good.
Oh man, it had froze up. The thing about it, like I done had people like business people and everything. They say this: it doesn't matter how many people doing it, long as you doing it better than everybody. That's all that matters. That's what's going to separate you, because you got a lot of people, especially in Atlanta. Like I don't trust nobody in Atlanta that say they are a businessman. I do not, or a business person. Like I don't. Like I done been through that whole situation. Everybody, majority of people in Atlanta is not doing it. Like how we getting up, we consistent doing it and stuff. No, you have a lot of inspiring people that still thinking about their logo and their website, and like they say I'm about to do it, or or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes when I be hearing people, yeah, I'm doing this, that, and third, blah blah blah. Cool story, bro. Like okay, all right. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So sometimes when like people be saying these type of things, like I never try to be like, oh y'all women on here talking on a podcast too and everything. Y'all broke and got about 15 kids and talking about you want to talk. I ain't even gonna say that because it's like I don't know you. I don't know what you got going on. Mm-hmm. Right.
What I think though is might be what she's referring to, and kind of what I was backing on that is kind of what is going on the people that are louder that are on the podcast. Is like what Max said and what Ross said is like, you can't open a door for a girl anymore, or you can't say hi to them anymore, or you're not talking about how much money they make, but instead they are talking that we need to be in the house cooking and cleaning, and then they are saying the things about that aren't real in real life. It's only online about like, oh, women are a specific way, or they only want a man to make $1 million and he needs to be 6 foot and he needs to look like this and be like that and do this and all these things. But in real life, that's not really what's happening. Like, and I think I referred to this before in another episode of when like the T app is literally showing you that that's not what's happening with women. Like it's a whole app full of women that are saying these things that are happening. And these are shitty ass men like that aren't treating women correctly. And so in real life, like girls aren't like that. And so I think that's more too of why we're like certain women are starting to feel the way they feel about male podcasters. Only some, not all, is because it's like, but you're spreading a whole bunch of bullshit that isn't really true about women. And it could be an experience that you experience, but most likely most of it that we're hearing isn't even an experience, because if it was, then it would be. And I'm saying when we're talking about we want like $1 million and we want the 6 foot and stuff like that, that's more of what I'm referring to. You can have an experience that you engage with a woman and it didn't go correctly. I'll also have to look at you and be like, we all take accountability. You know what I mean? All of us have been in situations that have been like, damn, I kind of saw that coming and yet I stayed and I watched it and it was like a train wreck that I couldn't stop. And now you have a story about it, but that's just an experience. I'm pretty sure there aren't as many of those type of experiences that have been like, well, because you don't have this and you don't have that and you don't have this, as in like overly high standards is what's really being presented to you. It's just being regurgitated from other men that you've heard that have said that, who also what she's referring to is they just talk probably, as in also don't even have the status of what they're complaining about to even have the issues that they're complaining about.
Do you think like the opening door stuff and like the stuff that Ross said, do you think that's like something that's just overly talked about? Like that's not a real day-to-day situation. That's more of something like YouTube talking points and stuff.
I do think that there are probably experiences like that, but I don't think that that's really what's happening in everyday life all the time. Absolutely not. There are plenty
Now,
of women.
all right, men on the panel. Does that happen?
Has that happened to you specifically?
Yeah.
Yes. Like I'm saying, that's why I was going
The
to ask.
girl didn't want you to open up the door?
Yes.
What other things?
This happens all the times. Like if I try to open the door, they will stop and be like, no, you go ahead. Like, I don't need you to open the door for me. Or,
okay, and then what did you do after that?
Are you sure? They were like, no, go. And I'll walk. I'll walk.
Like, did you exit? Like, did you stop talking to that girl or did you keep talking to her?
No. This is just like everyday occurrence. Like I'm off the market.
So this is just a random, not somebody that you're trying to date or anything. This is just random. You try to open the door.
That's what men are talking about. Like you can't even open the door for a woman. You can't do it. That's what they're talking about. Like, all right, if she drops something, she automatically assumes, say, hey, excuse me. She thinks she's about to get talked to, but she probably dropped something. She'll be like, no, I got a boyfriend. That happens. Like all these men.
Well, why do you think that women are going that route? Because I fully understand and I've been there and I've done it.
Well, here's the thing. It's not even about the why. It's just we're talking about no, it's two different conversations going on. Okay. We can talk about the why, but we're talking about what men experience on a consistent basis. Right.
But if we get to
the thing about it is us as men, if in general, if we live in our day, we're not thinking about like dating and stuff. We just see something happen and we just have the proclivity to open the door for a woman or some shit. You know what I'm saying? and we just open the door and we experience that, and then they giving us an attitude. It's like, dang, right? We can talk about the why. We understand these men that be trying to talk to them and they can't say no, and this, that. I get that, right? But what I'm saying is, at the same time, just because some other dude did it or whatever, right? If I'm just doing that and that's what's going on, like most men are not like, put it like this, most men are not acting like a fool when they get rejected or anything of that nature. Even when the women are doing that, because we even had, I think we had Kay on here one time and we actually had that conversation. I said, out of all the times you go out, how many dudes give you an absolute bad experience? And she like, it happens every now and then, but it does happen. Cool. Men are saying this is almost, I wouldn't say an everyday situation, but the more you go out, right? Some people, they homebody, they go to work, go home. The more you go out, you run into the things that Raw is talking about on a consistent basis. Way more. And this is the thing, right? This is important. This is the reason why we saying, well, like men voices are important. Because anytime men telling our experiences, like not even the men that's on some crazy stuff, we telling our experience, it's always a situation of, well, let's talk about the women experience, right? So we can never talk about ours without like talking about the male experience. I'm not speaking in general.
Brought in it. Yeah.
Huh?
Because you can have your experience, but you're bringing the other party in it and then expect them to like not say anything. I get what you're saying. This is your experience and how you experienced it. And that's fine. You're able to feel that way. But then to sit here and be like, I don't understand, or, you know, to grow then this type of like, well, most women are then just like that. But it's like, okay, but how did it get here? We don't ever go to the root. We just stay at the surface. And then
that dude had nothing to do with it though. That maybe that dude who tried to ask you had nothing to do with that.
Yeah. Can I say an analogy or something that I heard one time? They was saying, if you see a snake, you're not going to wonder if that snake is going to bite you or not. You're just going to assume the snake is going to bite you. So we refer to men as snakes just in this realm, right? If I see a snake, I'm going to assume that snake is going to bite me. And that's how some women view men. You could be a good man or not. But if not majority, I shouldn't say that because it's actually not majority. But if there are men that are ruining it, that is a more than enough population that are ruining it for other men. And so then women are now deciding all of y'all are at arm's length. It's interesting to then look at us and be like, well, I don't understand though, because I'm different. But it's like, but if I saw a snake and that snake bites, I'm just going to assume all bite.
But and then we can figure out much later. But at the same time, how are you going to ask that same snake to be nice to you if you're that scared of it? Because then you're going to say, well, hey, men, the chivalry gone. Men don't open doors for women. Men don't approach and all that type of stuff. But then y'all turn around and say, hey, don't approach us. We don't need you to open doors. We can do it by ourselves. We don't need men to this. Actually, we're going to go with the 4B movement and decenter ourselves from men and all this type of stuff. And then you got some people, women that's not a part of the B4 movement, but they take things from there and they move accordingly, and then go online or are talking to girl groups and all that stuff. Because this is not only YouTube. I go to kickbacks and everything, and women are actively talking about it at the grooves and at the parties and at kickbacks, and even married people talking about, man, I had some single friends and everything. The women were saying this and the men were saying that.
Even at the kickbacks. I done went to kickbacks where it's girls that I knew that were there, and they were with some of the other homegirls that didn't know who I was. I'm walking up to my homegirl just to say what's up, and they're like, she don't. And I'm like, yo, first of all, I don't know you, and I don't want to disrespect for you, but respectfully shut the fuck up because I'm talking to somebody that I know. They're like, oh my God, I didn't know you knew. You shouldn't have to fucking know. If you see me, if I just showed up to the party in 2 minutes and I beeline straight to a shorty, 9 times out of 10, I know her.
Right. They might have not saw that. And I do.
It will take 15, 20 minutes for me to talk to a shorty I don't know because I need to peep out the situation because you might be here with your dude or whatever. I'm trying to see who know who when I come in. So if I come in straight from the door and I beeline straight to shorty, if I come and I see Ashley at a party and I go over, I don't give a fuck about your homegirls. I don't know them just like they don't know me. I'm going to come say what's up to you out of courtesy of me knowing you. So it's just what we saying is y'all worry about these snakes. See, what's funny to me is people label pit bulls as the most dangerous thing ever when the chihuahuas outside doing damage.
It's a fact.
You get a dude that have a pit bull on steroids and shit. You can see every muscle tone on that motherfucker. And 50 women walk past and still want to pet the motherfucker.
Yeah, they're sweet baby.
Then here go this one chihuahua that make it out the doggy door and his 6 ankles fucking gone and one person on life support. So y'all scared of the wrong shit.
We're really not though.
I just say, bro, like this is the reason why it's important for men to have these conversations, and especially in mass, because some men don't even have men to talk to. And that's one of the more important things. I think us as men, we do have these things where, just like I gave the barbershop analogy and everything, the grown men will be sitting there talking and all this stuff, even though that young man ain't never got to the point to experience stuff. We put them on game and planting seeds to be like, hey, make sure you look out for this when you run into certain women like this. Because I got fucked up. I was taking care of her kids for 15 years. And then she turned around and like, you know, she up and left and I don't even see them kids no more. And I built a bond with them boys. You know what I'm saying? So it's like important for that to have. I get it. Everything's not going to be absolute. You're going to have some bad fake characters. Women, they have their bad fake. What's the, I haven't heard hers. It's called Sarah 7 or something like that. I don't know what her name is. Or Cynthia G and all that type of stuff. There's bad characters on there, but at the same time, like we can like kind of like, okay, they on the extreme stuff, but we do hear a lot of stuff like, you know, the women, what, you know, men do and all that stuff. But I say every time when men want to say something, our story is narrated like, no, what you experience is not what it is.
Yeah, but then we also don't condone it. We don't say like, you know, tell women, do you understand why people do this? It's kind of like not all women are like that. So you don't need it, especially if they're doing something that's like a bad behavior. You know, we don't, most men don't condone that.
Right.
I think maybe a view that I kind of learned at the moment when talking to you guys about it is that you guys are able to hear bullshit and like fish through the bullshit to find something positive. And on our side, at least for me personally, I won't talk about all women, but on me, if I hear that you're bullshit, I'm not going to listen to anything else that you have to say because I think everything that probably will come out your mouth is bullshit. So I think maybe that's a view that I can understand and respect. Like, will I, you know, some of the people that you might think are great, I'll still probably think they're shit. But I understand that you're able to fish through and be able to determine what is and what isn't. And some of the people that we're experiencing at a younger age aren't able to decipher as much and are being led astray, if you will. I think older, and y'all aren't who I'm talking about either. So I get what y'all are saying and I understand where you're coming from. You want to be heard.
Yeah. But see, outside of us, outside of our 2.5% global population of people that podcast though, this is the problem, because whether it be 2-parent household, single mom, single dad, whatever, the issue is a lot of women are raised nowadays to be the whole independent, self-sufficient, whatever, which in turn a lot of men are raising to somewhat, I'd say, cater towards that on a broader scale, because it's like for 2-parent households where people got like a strict ass dad or whatever, he gonna tell you straight up, like, don't take no shit from no bitch, whoopty whoopty whoop. So I mean, there's still small structured pockets, but overall, let's say it's a woman raising a daughter and a son. For some reason, the woman learns all this pimp game on how to go out there and get the money from the dude and whoopty whoopty whoop, but then the dude supposed to turn around and be buying women flowers and all this other stuff just to come online, and women be like, oh, I don't like flowers. What the fuck, man, be buying flowers for? They supposed to take me to 50 Floor Hibachi. Like, okay, so now everybody got to unlearn all this stuff that they've learned that was to a degree chivalrous or whatever, of which most of it was learned from a woman saying what women want, just to grow up in the men's like, okay, well, my mama lied to me because this ain't what the women want. These women want to get put through a headboard and treated with disrespect.
But
Like,
is that really what when you find an actual relationship, like a real one, not ones that you're dating, an actual relationship, when you're in that relationship, you're with girls that are like, I don't want that. I don't want you to open my door. I'm very independent. I don't need you. Is that who you're dating?
The problem is,
but is that who you're dating?
You can't even get to the phone number to get a relationship when.
But I'm talking about your actual relationships.
But
is that who you actually end up dating?
We're not end up dating, but at the same time, we just hold on.
No, but you're doing that, but you can't even get to the dating part is what I'm trying to tell you, because the women are putting 50 disqualifiers off the rip before you even. I can't even say, oh, hey, it's just like, the other day when we were talking about that lady that did some big back shit. She ain't want to go on a coffee date, which I understand what you were saying, yourself and Kay were saying, where it's like, okay, well, if we had a conversation and I told you 50 times that coffee ain't my thing, he wasn't listening. I get that part. But at the same time, he was just trying to create a scenario so where, like, there's more than coffee at a coffee shop, which I get that you don't want to go there. But to turn around and turn down a food outing altogether, then we look at you from the men's side and we see you done did a $30 walk through to the corner store and you over here just smacking your lips and chips falling out the corner of your mouth while you talking shit. It kind of look wild. It's like, well, shit. If you go get all this shit, you could have got a cake pop.
But this the thing. This is the thing, Ash. I think sometimes when men are talking in general about experiences they having with women, I think sometimes maybe we got to do better with saying, are we talking about women that we're dating or women we experience on a day-to-day basis that we probably ain't even trying to talk to? But overall, in general, all of it's the same. But at the same time, at the same time, it's like, how y'all be talking about men that don't know how to say no. I'll be like, that what y'all experiencing, y'all just being difficult. And then you just need to be nice. And then this, that, and third, right? You'll say, no, that's not the case. You're not a woman. You never experienced it. But us as men, we experience it on a day-to-day basis. We're trying to say either if we're trying to talk to a chick or we just run into random chicks that we just doing. We finna go buy a soda. We about to go in this store. We're going to, like, it was a woman on the other day on a video saying that she a power dude for a dude even trying to walk to her at the grocery store. But then another video, a woman say, what's up with the men? They don't even holler at women at the grocery store. So it's like, this is the thing that men are experiencing in a general sense overall. And then when we start having these conversations, I think a lot of times women, they try to interpret it in a way of like, okay, but is that the woman y'all want? It's not even that. So in the whole collective situation, we saying overall, this is the experience that we're getting from our women in general. So now there's a preconceived notion that's being created overall. Either we trying to date them or either we just being nice in general. We're not even trying to talk to them.
Yeah. But that's the thing. We shouldn't have to want you to help you. And that's a problem to where y'all created y'all own problem now to where they're like, oh, how come black men don't protect black women? Well, first of all, if my baby mama was trying to beat me up in the house, the next girl after that tried to stab me at the bus stop, then the random chick who was on pump 5 that couldn't figure out how to get her gas cap off, and I knew that there was a secret button in her car because she just bought a brand. Let's say she got like a brand new Beamer, and one of the features to unlock it is you got to hit a sequence of buttons. She only hit one. I might know that. I see her over there for 5 minutes trying to put the gas thing in, and it ain't going nowhere. Nowhere nice. I'm like, hey, excuse me, miss, you gotta. Oh, I got a button. Well, shit, call that nigga in. I was just trying to tell you that there's an extra button under the dashboard you got to open to put the gas thing in. I'd have seen you walk around the car 7 times.
Snake analogy.
So that's the thing. Like, even without, like, that's a part of protecting y'all. So even without, if you want to take a girls trip and you like, oh, I'm going to take a girls trip. I'm going to go down to New Orleans. And I'm like, oh, hey, maybe you should bring a guy with, oh, nah, fuck y'all, man. Y'all snakes. Okay, well, shit. Go down there then. When you venture off Bourbon Street or whatever, you have, hey, well, hey. And next thing you know, it's 30 dudes surrounding you. You going to wish you had at least one. They less likely to pile up on you when you got, something strong.
I wouldn't want to be on that trip.
Say Red. Let me holler at you, let me holler at you, Red. Yeah.
I'm gonna decline that trip.
You have to remember too, though, that women are experienced. I respect what y'all are going through, and I hear y'all, and I get it. I'm just a girl on here, so I'm going to say the girl experience. I'm not going to just agree. It is, I understand, but women, and this is a known thing, women get hit on more than men do, right?
Oh, yeah.
So at that point, some women are also tired of being hit on. Now I understand it can be confusing because it's like, damn, some women want me to hit them up at the grocery store and some women don't. So I don't know who the fuck to talk to. I respect that. It is a confusing time for y'all. But we're also, for women, we are in a time where we don't have to be nice to y'all. We grew up in an era of like, it was like we owed something to men, as in like we need to say hello. Because I get that shit all the time about like, you should smile more. You look nicer. I don't give a fuck what you think I look
different,
like.
Right? That's different.
Yes. You are from up north or from the south? Are you from Cali, right? You said Cali?
I'm from Cali. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, probably a lot of the things that you've seen in a historical way is like the South and up north and everything. South, it wasn't expected. It was just, it is what it is. Even till today, we just nice in there. Up north, they always been mean to each other. Like you can't even look at somebody too long up north, and something about to pop off. You know what I'm saying? So I think sometimes, a lot of times when women say like things like that in the historical aspect, I think sometimes they don't look at it at in a location perspective, and they just lump everything together.
Yeah, but that's the thing though.
That's what we're experiencing. It same for you guys though. That's the state that you're experiencing. What you're experiencing is what you're talking about.
No.
If you're not, then that means that you're regurgitating what other people are saying.
No. This thing, what we be talking about, the men perspective, we're experiencing this all around. Like it's not in here and there, everywhere. I have guys that I know in Cali, North, all that type of stuff. This is like a generalized thing that men talk about amongst each other. Like this is not a situation where it's just on social media and our story being told for us, and I'm gonna grab that and say, well, we experienced this. No, we're experiencing it all over. I'm talking about to the points that comedians are making whole comedy sets about it. You know what I'm saying? So it's not, and that's the thing. Like that's why I was saying before. Every time men say our experience, our story is being narrated for us and saying, hey, you are not experiencing it on a level somebody else telling you. We like, no, we're experiencing it.
Yeah, no, I understand that. I'm not saying that you're not experiencing what you're experiencing. There's just, I think a lot of things are seen as black and white when it's very rainbow. And so it's just like, I get that you're having the experiences that you're having with women. And then I also, on my side, I'm hoping that when I'm talking to you, you guys are understanding on my experience from the women's side of what we're dealing with to why we have become the way that we have become. And if not, then that's where we're having a disconnect because you're wanting us to see your view because now you're having a voice. But then when we're telling you what's happening on our end, you're like, no, that's not happening. And so I want to make sure that we're
I don't think we're saying that. We're not saying that it's not happening because you gave the snake analogy. We even said we had the conversation before saying that men hit on you and then they do it too long and they don't know how to say no. You said we don't have to be nice and all that type of stuff. We heard all that, right? So we gave you the grace for that and we actually acknowledged it. And that's usually what happens when we have these conversations. We already acknowledged it. Okay, let's sit some time to talk about men experience. No, can't take too long for that. We gotta go back to women, right? Do y'all know the reason why? Yeah, we already went through it.
Like,
Well,
so we're having a back and forth conversation. I'm not saying no, that's not happening to you. So, but am I just supposed to stay quiet and let you guys vent? Like, what are you wanting?
No, not at all. Just kind of like, okay, just be more inquisitive about it. Like, tell me more. Like, what things have you experienced?
Well, see,
What even led to it? Like, because Raw even brought up the first time we actually go through the situation. Most men have a villain arc of like everything my mom told me was wrong. I was the nice person, this, that, and the third, and I'm saying all the popular guys get all the women and stuff. Most guys go through this, and if we tell the women, "Hey, this is what happened," they were like, "Nah, it must just be what school you went to, or it must be this and that." And like, no, majority of it happens. So now, some of the guys they still just don't have the charisma to actually go forward with the villain arc, but they understand that they're like, "Yeah, I can't be the nice dude all the time because I ain't gonna get no chicks because they going after all them." So when we having those experiences, we're talking to it like. I think sometimes with women, like men, we have a totally different life experience than y'all. So when we try to talk through it, it's like, let me find a way to discredit it or say it's not as big of a deal or it's not that big of a thing that what y'all experiencing. So when we actually talk to it, it's like always a fight to try to be like, let's get our shit off and like for y'all to have the empathy as what we were talking about the other show. It's hard. Right? Because anytime a man snapping everything, he just a villain, he this, that, and the third, and blah, blah, blah. He don't get no understanding. But if a woman go upside the dude's head and this, that, and the third, and she pissed off and everything, we're like, oh, we don't know her story. She might have been growing up in a bad household and everything, but that dude grew up in that same household.
Well, you guys also do. You are different. Once again, I'm letting you know I hear you. And so like asking questions back and forth, we are having, I guess, I don't know how to have a back and forth conversation without like including both parties so it's back and forth. And like, if you want, how you're mentioning, to just be able to talk about it, then I will listen.
Yeah. Well, I'm not commanding you how to do it, but I would say it would be in a general sense, how these conversations goes. I think most men will be like, okay, it'd be dope to have it go that way instead of saying like, well, it's a reason why, women do this and this, that, and third. And it's kind of like we can never actually, us men, talk about like our experience. That's basically what it is. Because I'm pretty sure in therapy, if we talking about our experience and everything, they'll be like, okay, how did you get to this point? What you experienced? Give me some more background information now that so they can talk through it. I'm pretty sure the therapist ain't saying, so do you understand how women, the reason why they go through that with it? Or your mama, do you realize the reason why she feeling the way she did and this, that, third? Do you know the reason why she dumped all that trauma? You got to understand her trauma and this, that, and the third and blah, blah, blah. They focus on the you part, whatever, and then down the line, okay, in another conversation, okay, your mom probably went through that, so now she projected on you, this and all that back and forth. You know what I'm saying? But I'm speaking in general, not you. But I'm saying, like in these podcasts that we, that the subject matter is on, you can see how toxic it go once a dude say how they experience. It's like no, and then sometimes they even say you sassy for saying what you experience.
Sure, they say you sassy for having a podcast.
You sassy if you got a podcast. You sassy if you having a back and forth with a woman. That's how I know a chick or whoever say that. Even the men, they have low IQ. Because it's like you can't have a conversation back and forth. The dude just got to shut up and don't say nothing, right? So I'm not specifically talking about you. I'm speaking like in general on the other podcast.
Okay.
What don't happen in Arizona? Now, she gonna have to clear that up.
I'm gonna say
because I know some white girls out here that put some people through
there. Before we jump in, be sure to hit the subscribe button. Listen, this channel is for people who want to have real conversations, no fluff, authentic, where we talk about money, mindset, and relationships and everything else under the sun, as long as it gets back to the money and how we can level up in life. Now, let's be real. Subscribing to this channel helps my content reach more people, which gets me closer to monetization so I can continue to keep giving you high quality content. Now, if you rock with that, be sure to hit the subscribe button as well as the bell notification. Let's get back to the video. Yo, so let's go ahead. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe for the algorithm, and make sure y'all hit that bell notification. All right. So I want to go over to this next topic of tonight. I'm not sure if y'all heard about it or not, but Kentucky, they're making it. I guess you could say that they're pretty much making it a default for 50-50 custody. And so with that, it has led to a decrease, a 25% decrease in the divorce rate. So let's hear about this. I got this from a TikTok video, so we're gonna listen in on it, and then we'll give our thoughts on it. All right. Ooh, let's bring up everybody. I ain't bring up everybody here. Here we go.
Rates are dropping in Kentucky. I went there to figure out why. In 2018, Kentucky became the first state to make 50-50 shared custody the default. That means that children split their time equally between both parents, and fathers pay less in child support the more time that they spend with their children. Before that, judges decided custody based on what they called the best interest of the child. Fathers said that usually relegated them to an every other weekend arrangement, the so-called Disneyland dad effect, while mothers got to spend most of the time with their children. Since the law passed, divorce rates have dropped. Between 2016 and 2023, divorces in the state fell 25%, compared to 18% nationwide. It's hailed as a victory for fathers' rights, but the story is more complicated. Some critics of the law say that people are staying in abusive marriages because they're afraid of leaving their children alone with a parent with a history of violence. One mom told me that her husband nearly killed her in 2023. She filed criminal charges and he was arrested. But less than 2 weeks after he got out of jail, a judge awarded him 50% custody of their son, indicating that the abuse wasn't a factor since he didn't lay hands on the child. The law has become a model for other states. Arkansas, West Virginia, Florida, and Missouri have passed their own versions of the equal custody presumption. Around 20 other states are considering it.
Right.
So what are y'all thoughts? What are y'all thoughts on that? Whoever want to take that, whoever want to take, go first. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Divorce.
There you go.
I agree with what she's saying on. I don't think it's a decrease because people are all of a sudden loving their marriage. I think it's because women are afraid to leave their children alone with the people that they married. We don't take women domestic violence or any type of violence towards women very seriously in this country. There have been plenty of times where someone is raped and they'll get probation or they won't get anything at all, or that one baseball player or whatever just had that where his family was paid off or whatever, and he's been raping that girl since she was 7 to 12. Like, there's a lot of women's violence isn't as serious here. You have to call and have so many different things just to get a restraining order against somebody. You have to have, and then a lot of women are getting murdered because they can't. There's not enough documentation, or because they called you 300 times and they've been stalking you for 2 years. It's because they, haven't unlocked the door yet, but they've shaken the handle, that they don't get a restraining order. So I think the reason why it's decreased is because women are just choosing to stay in their marriage because they're afraid to leave their child alone 50% of the time.
Yeah, I'm not gonna take it away that that stuff doesn't happen, but I don't think that's the reason. It wouldn't matter. If a woman has made her mind up, she's gonna do what the hell she wants to do. It's not gonna be that she's gonna try to get more time away from the father having the kid and her having half time. It's just not a come up anymore. It's not like a come up like it used to be. It's not like y'all have this kid pretty much 100% of the time and I get most of my stuff paid for. That's the main reason. Like, women just don't like. It's not going to change that dramatic. That if someone's doing something, especially in today's age, man, girls allowing dudes all the time. Like, so if it's really happening, they're out, bro. They're out. They're not going to stay there just because of that.
Just because of what, the kids?
Yeah, because now it'll be 50-50. If she feels that she's in some sort of way, like it's happening, and this is the thing though, it's not hard to prove if it's happening. You have, if you got bruises on you, I'm pretty sure any judge is gonna take that.
But okay.
They do it for less. Just you just saying something, and motherfuckers go to jail, and then they don't have to prove it. So if you say you got actual proof and they don't do it, I think it's like some movie shit. Like I don't think that even happens. I'm saying like dudes get accused all the time. They didn't do anything and they go to jail.
Mm-hmm.
So
And you think one happens more than the other?
It's hard for me to believe that if someone actually has proof that's not taken serious.
Interesting.
It's just hard for me to believe.
And I think if I could tie back to our conversation about when men were talking about their experience and women are talking about our experience, this is particularly something also to dabble on of like when women are expressing their experience, it literally takes for you to see in real time that a woman is getting abused or a woman is having an experience that is violent to her before men then are like, oh yeah, maybe that really does happen. Instead of us, we've been voicing it for years, for decades that this is happening. And we're still at a point where it's like, that's rare. And it's just like, no, I'm not saying anything wrong. It's just because that's what you've experienced. But it's still crazy to now where we're at, where it's still like, I don't really know if that's happening very much.
Well, the only reason that is, and just for me to be fair, because again, I don't agree with domestic violence at all. I don't agree with it, right? Yeah. But on the contrary, that there have been many cases where a lot of women use that against the man just because of, for whatever reason, and it end up being a lie. And so that's why a lot of men, when they do that, because it happens so often, they take it with a grain of salt and they'll take it serious, and it takes away from the actual women who are being touched and who are being hit up on. So it makes it harder for men to say that, because it's like, okay, well, we just saw this situation where this man never touched her at all, and then now what do we do? So now the next woman that comes in, now we got to take it with a grain of salt because we don't know if she's being honest or not. So this is why we say that for those women who lie, there needs to be a consequence behind that to actually put in place. Like, all right, so if you're going to lie on a man and then you're literally going to jeopardize his whole life just off of whatever reason, because he didn't give you some money or he told you no, or he cheated on you, whatever the case may be, you're going to use that to your advantage to ruin this man's entire life. Well, then there needs to be a consequence behind that. So that way it can decrease the rate at which a lot of women just come out and they just blurt in the crying, using the crying wolf situation. And so that way it doesn't take away from a lot of the women that actually are in these situations. So that's why I think the issue is why a lot of men are taking it with a grain of salt.
I think I agree with the 50-50 situation, but I do have some concerns, right? Mm-hmm. My thing is I agree with the 50-50 right off the rap, because there's so many laws that has not caught up with current times that is unnecessary. There's no reason why a guy should have 50-50 custody. He has to actually spend thousands of dollars to fight a woman to have 50-50 custody of his child and then pay child support, even though it's 50-50, but she's not paying nothing, right? I think back in the day, it was something as because a lot of women didn't have a lot of opportunity to either make as much as the man, or she was at the house because there was more kids and all that stuff. So if they do break up, okay, cool. Yeah, you making the money. She don't have any skills to make the money. You need to pay child support for your kids. But I do think the 50-50 situation, I mean, the child support situation needed to be updated, because if women are going to say that they're making just as much as men, which data statistics show that men are making like 48,000 on average and women are making 46,000 on average, and they are steadily climbing, so it's going to even out and they may pass. So if we have 50-50, why do the men have to pay child support and she just at the house kicking it? Well, not at the house kicking it, but she's working too. And while the kid is at his house, right, he paid all the finances of whatever that's going on. And when a kid over her house, she should pay for everything. Now, these are the provisions. I think there should be like a something within the contract that they sign, that if the dude has a violent past or he got priors and all that type of stuff, they need to look into that and redistribute the percentage based off that, and vice versa. I don't think it should just automatically be 50-50 if he got priors and he had a violent history.
Yeah.
Or if he's not making X amount of money to even put that kid in a safe environment, he can't afford healthcare and all that type of stuff, but the woman can. She should have majority so they can have a good quality of life and stuff. It should be like that. It needs to be sit down and have those type of things. It shouldn't just be clear 50-50 and our hands is like that. You know what I'm saying? But I think it's a step in the right direction. And I do think like sometimes when you in politics and all that stuff, it's not going to be absolute. It's somebody going to be going to get the losing end of the stick for anything that you do. But you know, it's unfortunate what happened to that lady with that situation, and I can see that happening. I wouldn't say more often, but I can still see that happening with the situation. But I think they do need to put some provisions in there to keep that situation from happening. Especially if he's been reported a couple of times of doing it. Like if he got like 4 reports, I think they need to investigate, and she have 100% until they get it squared away.
Yeah.
I personally think after the first one, but I understand.
You got anything on Mac or Raw?
I mean, it comes back to what everybody's been saying in their own strengths. The confusion on the Ashley end as to why men don't necessarily jump at the first sign is we've seen a lot of bullshit. I mean, that goes back to why some men start podcasts. We seen old boy run 15 New York City blocks from a shorty and still damn near lose his career. We seen Johnny Depp get a shorty that shitted all over his bed and shit, and then now Disney still ain't fucking with him. We even seen different stuff like that growing up, depending on the area and location of a woman. You know, if your mama had you in the projects, you might have seen her running men in and out the crib, and soon as dude didn't do what she said do, she called them people on him and weaponized whatever situation, and he just as lost. Or hell, it's some kids out there that the whole reason they don't know their daddy is because the situation was weaponized against, and they were taught to hate that man until they grew up and got old enough to where they're like, you know what? I really had a lopsided view of this person. Let me go talk to him and see what happened. And his story, polar opposite of her story and whatnot. So when you get all these things, just like you said, you know, if you see a snake, you automatically assume the snake's going to bite you. So you try to avoid it. It's the same thing. When women got this girl code and stuff to where the majority going to protect everybody no matter what the fuck they do, versus men, honestly, if a group of men, if one of them is known to be fucked off, everybody else gonna be like, hey, bro, you got to get away from me, or shit, we might damn near take you out to the middle of the woods and just off you our damn self. Like, you two fucked off. Women don't do that. They're like, oh my God, girl, and you'll know that this person is a narcissist and all this other stuff. But y'all welcome them with open arms. So it's kind of hard for guys to... Huh?
Why do you think that women will still cater to a woman that's like the men that you'll say that you'll fuck off?
Because women are more feelings based. So y'all
are you seeing that often? Like that women are hanging out with weird bitches?
Yep. I see it all the time. I'm talking about to the point where I know a whole bunch of women, they have their different friends, and they always got that girl in the group that always doing some fucked off shit, and they always talk about her behind her back, but they always still go out with her and shit and hype her up and like, girl, you cute and everything. But then on the back end, they were like, she always fucking the shit up. She always getting a fight. She always getting too fucking drunk. She just be on some. Then she got 3 babies, not taking care of them, and she in the club and stuff. I see that often.
And that's what you're referring to, Raw, as the men that you're talking about. You're referring to men that are just
the reverse.
Well, yeah, I'm just saying that things compound and it gets tricky. So just like I tried to bring up earlier, when you know women say, "Oh, how come?" I mean, on this pod, we just so happen to be blessed to have melanin. So they'd be like, "Oh, black men don't protect black women." Let's put it in that little small bubble. And it's like, okay, well, if you got a dude that you know let's say he fucked up, he got with a chick that already had a kid, which is why that whole Sierra situation is always so big on the front street. It's like, okay, you already in a situation to where to everybody else, I mean, yeah, you can control your variables yourself, but to everybody else from the outside looking in, we like, oh, that's a disadvantaged situation. You coming into something where she already got kids. So we already know off the rip that anything that he does to that kid in particular can potentially start some drama, even if he has his own. Okay, so let's say, like, for instance, yourself, Ashley, you want somebody that's on the same page with you if you were to share a child with them. But let's say you already had a child, so we know, okay, for that child ain't never got a whooping, whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. You get with this guy. Let's say he lies to get into a relationship with you, which is not the most healthy of things, but we just gonna keep a buck. He lies, gets in a relationship with you, whatever. He equally has a child with you. I'm not saying that you're gonna back off of your square, but if both children do something and he ends up, correcting them through use of physical touch, the way that you're gonna scream at him for your kid is a little bit more. It's gonna be on a little higher scale than the way you'd yell at him for touching your shared child, which on your end you don't want none of your children touched. So we already know you gone off the Richter to begin with, but it's like, okay, you might calm down a little bit for a 20-second glitch in between there and be like, okay, well, let's say your first kid's name was Ashton and the second one was Zayden or something. You'll be like, well, shit, honestly, at this point, I don't give a fuck. Whatever you do to Zayden, you do, but I don't like the way you treat it. So it gets blurry and, go ahead.
I only disagree only on the sense of the topic that you're specifically speaking about, but I do get what you're saying. Both children are going to be equal when it comes to that setting. One is not going to be more than the other specifically because I personally don't agree. But if we take me out of it and we get with somebody who is semi-okay with it, but they just are like, you can discipline this child, our child, but you can't discipline the other child. I think that's also a lack in communication as well. But we're not going to go into why I think that relationship is shit from the start. If you're going to do that, I do understand that there are experiences like that, but that needs to be communication of how that's spread out. And I don't think that anybody should lay off or raise more to just because one is with you and one isn't without you. Why that person should respect that choice in the first place. But that does happen often. So I understand what you're saying, especially even when you don't have another child with them. And that's just like you're in a relationship with somebody that has another child. But that goes with, if as a person that's dating someone with a child, that is not something that you're allowed to do. And that's something that you would like to do, not in the sense that you would like to discipline, but that's something that you see. Why are you still with that person? And how you mentioned about lying and stuff like that, but then that just leads into a lot of the fuck shit that we get into. And then we're supposed to expect to just sit here and be like, okay, well, that shit happened. We got to just rock with it. When it's really like, no, this person fucking lied. They disrespected, they lost my trust. And then we're just supposed to sit here and be like, but you got to stay in a relationship with them. You got to just work that shit out. Fuck no, you're a liar. And I don't trust you anymore. But then I'm seen as the bad person if I decide to exit and now I'm breaking up a home. But it's really like, no, these are all the things.
No, you wouldn't. You wouldn't seem like that. I mean, you wouldn't. If it's a legitimate reason, I mean, people have reasons to leave. But it's just the bullshit ones that stick out. But obviously, if it's something that if it was an agreement you had and it's something that's strong, if it's like a physical abuse sort of situation, no one's gonna clown you for leaving.
But even if it's not, if it was based on a lie and then they decided to leave and outside looks like, oh, she just left because she hated that he did this. But it was really like, no, but he said from the beginning that he wouldn't do that. And I'm not talking about abuse now. I'm just talking about in general. If you base your relationship off of a lie to get the person that you wanted, side note to some of the conversations that we have had on this panel where, it's like even though we just want an FWB, but we're not going to tell her that we want an FWB.
What's FWB? What's that?
Friends with benefits.
Oh, okay. All right.
Try to crunch some.
Hey, one thing to add on that. One thing to add on the split cousin thing. I think they need to add DNA tests.
I think that's valid.
because I got a friend that he owns a DNA paternity testing facility, and he said he been running it for like 3 years, and he say 1 in 3 are not the child of the father. And then I did the research for the national average, and it's the same. So,
shit. You seen that episode of Maury?
Right, Maury had a whole show on it.
I ain't even worried about Maury, right? Because when it comes to like TV stuff, I can see. I don't know. I'll be kind of like wishy washy, even like court TV and stuff. But what was that? Kurt Franklin found out the dad he hated wasn't his. That died wasn't his. I found out in my family some stuff that happened. It's with DNA testing. It was women out there wilding back then. So it's like now it's getting to a point where this kind of mindset of like women were just like modest and all that stuff back in the day. It's like coming like very, very prevalent, and a lot of people don't find out until what he said. People really don't find out because there's smoke and where there's fire. It's usually like on some inheritance situation, and somebody need a new organ or something like that, or some blood and all that stuff. And he found out that's a lot of
women still get grace.
Oh yeah, they still get
women
grace.
Still get grace in those.
What does grace look like for you guys?
I would say the level of scrutiny.
Why you did it.
The level of scrutiny that would happen it can't go both ways. But the level of scrutiny of like, dang, this man 53 years old and found out that ain't his real dad. She, the mama started crying and everybody console her and say, it's okay. You made a mistake. It was a long time ago and all that type of stuff. Right. And it's like,
ain't no mistake.
Look, we don't know her story of what happened back then. It probably was crazy. It was different times. A whole bunch of stuff would be said instead of just like, damn. Instead of like,
when the man step out and have a side baby, they don't give a fuck what the story is. It don't matter. Like you a piece of shit.
When he died, and he have some that second family that show up to the like everybody like how everybody was feeling at first when he died is a little different now. They'll say that boy a dog. That boy was a dog. He foul. Then you'll have that trauma with the kids because they was like, damn, my dad had a whole nother family. Now I found out I got 4 other sisters and I'm 30, 50 years old. Like, it's different. I seen it firsthand. Like, I saw it. I was like, dang, like, we just gonna sit here, like, not say nothing? Like, nope. She was young and dumb.
Me too, bro.
Crazy back then. Right?
Yeah. I think, too, I can understand on, in the baby boomer days and stuff like that, because it was just a different time. But if we're moving it to more in modern times, I do think women are shamed.
No.
Like more now, like in our era.
Don't jump into that trap.
Well, didn't Cardi B just have a baby and while she married and all that type of stuff? And we sitting here saying congratulations.
We already did that, and there'll be no Cardi B shame around here because she is getting a divorce with that
prove
man.
A point, right? That Courtney, you can't make this. Chris, play a song.
Terms are running scared.
And she has been separated from that man. So,
she knew. She was friends with that dude before they even got a divorce. She didn't just meet the motherfucker right after.
Friends, though, and relationship is 2 different things. You can have male friends.
Hey, they still gonna mess around.
Well,
I beg your pardon.
Hold on. You can have, hold on, Courtney. I guess we run it. We get it. Hold on. You can have male friends, a new male friend. Why are you pregnant with somebody else's baby?
Wait. What new male friend? I thought we were talking about her baby daddy, her second one.
Yeah, the Diggs. Like, how long they been friends?
No. They're in a full blown relationship. Wow. It's open, but they're full blown in a relationship.
What's the friend situation that you speak of?
I thought Marcus was saying that before they got together.
That's what we're talking about. They was friends, but before like who get new friends while she pregnant? Because allegedly she was talking to him when she was pregnant with Offset's child.
As in like a relationship talking? Because she said that she never cheated.
She said, but he did say that she did. So I mean, hey, look, it's two bottom of the barrel people saying they did each other did something, right? So hey, allegedly she did whatever. But from my understanding, well, how do you get new male friends that now you in a full blown relationship with while you was pregnant with somebody else kid?
She had multiple kids, so I don't know if pregnancy really matters when you're just having a friend. So that's like saying you went to a work event, right?
A new
your
friend,
partner. You went to a work event. Just take the pregnancy out. You went to a work event with your significant other or your partner, and you developed a friendship with whoever that person is working with. And what I'm getting from what you're saying is you can't make new other gender friends when you're in a relationship or married. Is that what you're saying to me?
It depends if it's platonic or y'all hanging out and shit.
But we don't know her situation, and so in just a normal, regular, everyday, not celebrity life, you're going to, when you're with your person, you should be able to trust them. Because if you don't trust your person, then y'all shouldn't be together. Let
me ask you this: do you think the type of guy that she's with now, that allegedly has 2 kids already before the one he got with her on the way, he was just trying to be platonic friends, and he was just bad bitch high fives?
Are you asking me if I think that she cheated on her husband? No.
I'm asking you. Was his intention just to be strictly friends and just hey, how you doing, bad bitch high fives, and talk about her marriage, and he try to get them back together full that's a friend.
A friend is not trying to get you back together with a man that has repeatedly cheated on you. Okay, that's not a friend.
All right, so
because we're keeping it on Cardi. Now, if we want to talk about actual real life people,
we can put it
about that instead. Because that's more logical.
We can put it in the general perspective, like a woman that's take the pregnancy out. She's with somebody, they going through difficult times and all that type of stuff. She finds a new
going through difficult time
because that's what they was going through.
Okay,
I'm trying to put it like the same thing, but with regular people.
Right. I think
they're going through difficult times.
So what I'm getting is you can only make friends when you're in a good standing.
No. I'm asking you, what kind of friendship do you think they had? That's what I'm asking. Is it the platonic one that is just y'all friends? Y'all, I see you when I'm at work or whatever. Or is it do you think it's the friend that's really trying to be your friend? Like a platonic? Or did you think he had some type of intentions?
No, I don't know when it comes to them. And I think anybody who's in a relationship should know those intentions up front, but people lie, like we were discussing. So if they lie and say like, I just want to be cool with you, and then that's what you see as it just being a cool friend, then it is what it is. Now, if they've been plotting on you since day one and they haven't really acted on it until, all of a sudden now your relationship fucked up and now they're over here like, well, you could leave him and be with me, then that's fucked up and something different. I've experienced some bullshit like that.
See, that's the reason why all the men sitting here smiling, because we know men, and we know.
If you're lying to our faces, and we're supposed to be like, and then you guys get mad that we look at y'all like all y'all are the same.
No.
But then it's but we should know when y'all are lying to us.
No, because hold on, Raw. First of all, a lot of times we be telling y'all about these type of dudes that trying to do that, and y'all don't listen.
We do listen.
No, because y'all still mess with them.
No, y'all listen because then y'all go with y'all move on those dudes.
Y'all still go
they like them, bro. Don't believe me. They got some sort of that's in their back pocket.
What do you?
Don't ever be naive, man. Don't ever they clueless. Those dudes, they are their friends. Is that one that's going when you fuck up? He's the next one in line. So they're not clueless.
I also understand too that women that are intentional, because I do understand the women that you're talking about, but actual intentional women that are worth having a conversation about aren't moving like that. Like the ones that are just
women get put through the headboard too.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about, Ash. We're not saying all women like that. We're talking about the ones that's what we're talking about.
Right, but like
women like Cardi B is the one that's in that group.
I disagree, but to each his own. I think because we already have our thoughts built on women that have done certain things and how they're going to be viewed, because we discussed that before. And I just would like also to discuss like healthier women. Like, and that's what I was referring to earlier too, when we were talking about like men are just talking about like these type of women that they're experiencing. But like a lot of those women aren't even worth the conversation. You knew she was moving that way when you first met her. But yeah, and that's why I mentioned about like when you get into the relationships, are those are the women you're talking about? And it's not. You're always talking about the ones that you tried to holler at on the side that weren't worth your time.
You mean to tell me that every time a man meet a woman, we already know what she about?
No, but what I'm saying is when you start talking to someone, you already do know what she's about. Like, that's the thing. A lot of people aren't as dumb as we try to make either party seem. And that goes for men too. How you're talking about like women, y'all know, men, y'all know too. And so it's just like, you know, unless you base it off of a lie up in front, but even lies they play themselves out as well. Red flags pop up all the time. It's just acting on, like, if we're going to act on them or not.
There are women that we know. It's based off how they present themselves and how they talk. Like if we had a kickback and she talking about don't nobody deserve her mouth, I'm pretty sure she going. But there's women out there, they keep their mouth shut long enough, and then as soon as they open their mouth long enough, you be like, oh, okay, I see what type of chick you is. Right. But it took time. It wasn't like straight off the bat.
That's on both parties, you know what I mean? So it's just like, but once you saw that, we both stay in that.
You see what I'm saying?
Because it's on both ends. Like, let's not act like both parties aren't dealing with it.
Nobody's saying this on both ends, right? It's just like
because it is.
I said nobody said that it wasn't.
Okay.
You said men should know who you talking to right off the bat, and I was trying to explain. You didn't say that?
How I was explaining it was once you get to know somebody, just like once a woman gets to know somebody, we need to know the difference. How y'all were looking at me or women as in like, y'all should have known that he was just trying to fuck instead of just be friends, right? You got to get to know somebody to do that. That's how I was referring to the same situation as for men. Once you start talking to women, you're going to figure out which lane they're in.
So you're trying to make things symmetrical. With men, there's no reason. How old Cardi B is? Let's say how old she is.
40.
How old she is? I know you know Ash. I'm gonna take it off Cardi. I just want to know her age.
She like 40. She like 40. She like 43.
I don't know. Yeah.
All right, she 43. Let's say
I don't know, man. Look, don't quote me, bro. I'm gonna give her 30.
35.
35.
All right, 35. All right, a 35-year-old woman.
Huh?
She was born when?
October 11, 92.
Oh, so she 30.
She's
33, bro.
Yeah, she's a
okay. So look, she 33, right? 33. Let's say a regular 33-year-old woman, right? She was recently in a relationship. She out of it. They gone. Not no more, right? This dude come along, right? And do you think, are you going to go with your snake analogy? Or you want to go with like, if you just first get with the guy, whatever, and he just got good intentions and you got to wait a little bit to see if he got those intentions. Because guys, usually, I think a high percentage of guys that's very, very successful, they not trying to be serious with no 35-year-old chick that just got out of a relationship. Some women would even say that he played on her emotions because she was freshly out of a relationship to get what he wants.
Yeah, that could be true.
So if I put it in that perspective, a dude that's fresh out of a relationship, I don't think most women can get through to him in the same way, because when men really, really in love and stuff, and they get their heartbreak, they don't want to talk to nobody. They on demon time. Women on the other hand, they could be on demon time with that particular guy, but a guy can come swept in. You know, that's what I'm saying. It's not the same, because a lot of times when y'all be trying to make stuff, y'all be trying to make stuff like the same. It's not the same. So I would say in that position, I would not, if I was a woman, I would not trust to even tell a guy I just broke up with a guy and be like, I'm ready to be in a whole nother friendship with a new guy. You know what I'm saying? Wherever it is, because it's guys out there that's going to try to play on my emotion because I just got out of a relationship.
I think that specific thing too also leads to why people are feeling the way that they're feeling on both ends. It's because like there are people that will tell the truth and there are people that won't. And so it's just like you got to weed through them. And there's a lot of not truthful people that you experience more than truthful people. So it's led both parties to be very irritated on both sides. And then we talk about it when it was really, if we were just being honest. But then honesty comes with a cost, because honesty, if you're honest, you might forfeit talking to that person, which I think that should be.
I don't know, man, because I know one thing. My wife, she be putting me on game, and she be seeing shit a mile away.
All I know is I
She
ain't
was
trying
like,
to have.
I don't even know why this dude talked to me. He just trying to smash. I ain't even trying to talk to him.
Yeah, but that takes time. That takes wisdom. That takes relationships and things that have happened.
Like that in college.
You don't just come out the womb thinking like you know all the game. No, you have to go through some shit to learn some shit. So of course people are going to get their heart broken. That's the same with where we're talking about how like men don't want to give flowers anymore and stuff like that, because when they first came out, that's what they were doing, especially in our back in the day era when chivalry was fucking dead back in the day. I don't think it is now, but we were picking the bad boys because they were more exciting because we were used to chaos and trauma. And now those people that were doing that have now grown up and want all the things that the men aren't giving anymore. Not all, because there are still some good ones out there.
That's why I preface the age, the 35. That's why I put that there.
Well, 35 aren't, they're more equipped to understand and know the game. Like,
she's
so it is, but both parties still take time. But we were first talking about in a relationship, and now we're talking about out of one. So
because you said that they wasn't together no more. So that's why I was like, that's why I'm trying to make it similar.
Right. Because they weren't. I think that if you're single,
that's why I put it like that. I said 35.
Do I think he's a little predatory for it because he knows that? Sure. I never said that.
Here we go. You know what?
See,
the sad part about being a male is actually a part of being a male is being a motherfucking predator. We're apex fucking predators. We're supposed to go out, conquer, and bring the shit back. So y'all need to quit with that demonizing bullshit that y'all be trying to do. Them little sneak dissing. No.
Do you remember when a few episodes ago, and I was telling Mac, I don't like it when you say training, and all y'all jumped up on here, and then I say predator. Predatory, not predator, predatory, and now it's like I don't like that word.
Well, personally, I don't give a damn because I already know that the women's dictionary is to attack men, so I don't really give a fuck about the word.
Hold on. As you being disingenuous, nobody said that they didn't like the word predator. Unbiased, actually, no. Who?
Raw was just talking about that word.
No, you didn't listen. Raw, he embraced it. He said, let's stop acting like we're not predatory because that's what we do. We predatory.
Sorry, Raw, I missed that. Let's stop. I didn't hear that part. But yes, I think
I got you, Raw.
Predatory, I do not agree with.
I got you, Raw.
Of course.
But that's the thing, like even back in the day, when the girls was running off with the street dudes, those were the apex predators. Y'all ain't want the dude that was meek and was reading cartoons and shit.
Y'all ain't want the dude that their mama said you gotta treat it real
y'all are so hurt that y'all don't want. Well, I'm not saying that because if the shoe doesn't fit, don't wear it. Because look, there are a lot of good men out there, and so I will not hate on all men. And I think but
if a kid
girls that were dating them then do not want them now, and we want the flowers, and we want to open the door, and we want
actually. If you got a kid and that kid grew up in poverty, he ain't never had a fucking toy. You get him a little Tonka truck or something. He playing with the Tonka truck in the middle of the street or whatever, and some dickhead USPS driver comes through and drives right over his toy.
Yeah.
And that thing is crushed in a million pieces, and it's super glued back together with he not playing with that toy the same way he gonna play with it when it was brand new.
But we got to go to therapy for that. Silence. Crazy.
That silence wasn't like. Hold on, that silence wasn't like something that we were scared of therapy and everything. I literally said earlier that most men are going to therapy.
You know what?
Not most, but some.
Well, I would say most, but I would say there's a lot because I'm hearing more therapists say that there's more men in it than women these days.
I love that, and it's needed. It's truly required in this world. That people who do need it, absolutely. And I love that. I want more of that for y'all. Absolutely. I think more women will start dating again.
So
if you got a man,
with the 50-50. I think the reason women ain't leaving is because they can't afford to, because a part of their business plan was getting into a relationship with a man that acquired a certain level of bread so that when he was up, she could leave. Because you don't even necessarily, unless, that percentage of physical interaction that Ashley was talking about earlier, which to me, I don't believe you should stay with somebody that's really, turning you to a panda in the house. But outside of that, women normally stick. Well, Yeah, women in general will normally stick it out till you get to a certain monetary figure, and then they dip off. And obviously, if they already knew by default they're going to get the child, then they ain't got to worry about arguing for that. Now it's just an argument of how much bread can I finesse for, living situations, which is why you see a lot of men wild out when celebrities, which I know nobody that's regular should be using celebrities as a metric, but you see a lot of men wild out when celebrities go through their stuff. They're like, oh, if a kid only need diapers and formula, why this shorty get $30,000 a month? She don't need that. But for $30,000 a month, she can go get a penthouse suite facing a lake or some water somewhere and be living great. She know that her core base of bills are covered by whatever's coming in from the child support, of which anything else from there is just icing on the cake. Now, if I know that when I move out, I got to go back to the projects and go live with some roaches and rats and shit, then this house don't actually look too bad. He worked 12 hours a day anyway. I could figure it out. So,
Yeah.
to get back on topic, that's where that's at. Cause I ain't going down to Cardi B and all that rabbit hole. I ain't trying to have Courtney over here, Bobby Schmurder all over again. So,
Yeah.
but
I think there definitely could be a little bit of that for sure, of like women
I
just
feel as
saying.
if marriage was a business contract. Back in the day, women didn't. Well, women always had jobs. Women's jobs never really contributed towards the household bills. I'll put it that way. Women always went to work. But, they might just be a little maid here, cleaner there, whatever. And then dude might have had a couple acres in, so now she has 15 kids because somebody got to turn the soil and pick the cotton and the corn and carrots. But it don't matter that we black. It was black slave owners. We don't talk about that. Everybody's.
Hey. We about to go to the next topic.
It's a company I'm about to support, and all their cotton is still black picked to this day, and they clothes look soft as hell.
So look, this gonna be a great. Look, hey, Pete, hold that thought because it's a great. It's gonna be a great segue because we're talking about marriage and why women.
Yeah,
leave.
good segue.
This is great.
Hold
on. Before we jump in, be sure to hit the subscribe button. Listen, this channel is for people who want to have real conversations, no fluff, authentic, where we talk about money, mindset, and relationships and everything else under the sun, as long as it gets back to the money and how we can level up in life. Now, let's be real. Subscribing to this channel helps my content reach more people, which gets me closer to monetization so I can continue to keep giving you high quality content. Now, if you rock with that, be sure to hit the subscribe button as well as the bell notification. Let's get back to the video. So let's go ahead and dive into this topic right here.
Not a black and mild.
You said not the black.
Oh Lord, I've seen this one.
So let's go ahead and dive in. Let's go ahead and dive into this topic. Let's see what she got to say. Hold up. So
what a sound
person. I was waiting on my ex-husband to be a bad person. I was truly waiting on him to do something so fucked up to me, so bad that it would justify me ending the marriage. What up, guys? So this is V, and I'm just getting into this whole TikTok thing, social media thing, share my life a little bit, because I know that my journey, my transparency, my authenticity is going to help somebody in a situation that I've overcome. I also said I was going to come out with a book on how to leave a good man. A lot of people that's never been in my situation won't be able to relate, and it's okay because this message ain't for you. But again, I was waiting on my husband to be a bad person. I stayed with the same person for 21 years, created a family. I was in the relationship 21 years, married 17, and I was married to a good man. I was married to a good guy, but we weren't good together. And being in a relationship where you're just not fulfilled, where you're not happy, but you are with a person that you know is good, and you're hearing the rest of the world talk about how hard it is, how there aren't any good men in the world, it will make you stay longer than you need to. Your soul is yearning for more, right? But you're stuck And that was me for a very long time. And I had to realize that he doesn't have to be a villain in the story for me to find my happiness. He doesn't have to be a horrible person for me to realize that he is not my person. I did us both a favor. I really did. And this is coming from my heart. And it's hard because who leaves a good man? Who? But once I turned 40, guys, my happiness became non-negotiable. And I had to do what was best for me. I could not see myself dying just to stay committed to society because I was no longer committed to myself and my happiness, and I wasn't committed to the marriage anymore. You know?
So yes, I am pregnant.
So
That was a wild transition.
yeah, but who you telling? It gets bad. It gets bad. But so what are y'all thoughts on this? 20 together, 17.
Let Ash go first. Let Ash.
I know. I'm prefacing it though. 21 years together, 17 years married. She left him because she just left it because of her own happiness. What are your thoughts on that?
Why do I have to go first?
Well, you don't have to. Whoever wants to take it. Whoever wants to go first.
I'll take it.
Okay.
I was just want to hear the female perspective first.
That is I don't know, man. That's crazy. Just about all the facts that's going on in this whole situation. She turned 40. Well, I mean, I guess I'm glad that she waited till the kids at least got older. But Jesus, what kind of happiness you can find at fucking 40? Like I don't understand. Like, why do you think like that it's that much better out there than if you have someone who's good? I know you guys the girls going to feelings and stuff like that, you know, but that dude's gonna be the dude you're gonna get. That means he's probably has gone through a divorce already too. He's not gonna be like that person you think you're gonna get, you know. So I don't understand like how y'all would leave something. You know, you have a good person, you eventually, you like them at some point. Yeah, I just don't understand the whole thing with women, how they're able to do that. But yeah, I'll let y'all go on this one.
Man, me personally, I think she just she's one of those. To me, I think she's like one of those women that did not mature to a certain level of adulthood. Like at 40, right? You had a good man, didn't cheat on you. Everything the women say these days, these men doing and all that type of stuff. And the only thing you can say from the situation is like the happy part. So that's one thing that you could have went to your husband or whatever and say, hey, I need to go to therapy. I don't know what's wrong with me. I don't know why I'm happy or something like that. But I need to go seek the help. So I need to probably go to therapy or whatever. No, she just gone. Right. And that's what, that would make her happy, is to be gone 40. I believe she needs therapy because I think all of us needed a healthy dose of it. Right. And I think it's just real unfortunate that this is starting to become a trend that a 40-year-old lady is so captivated by social media, because you see she posting, so you already know she consumed by other people talking points. Like Ash was saying, people are getting consumed with this, and they don't even know the reason why they breaking up a family. Right? If you 40 years old and the children are older, they about to be going out their business and whatever, and now you breaking up because you talking about my happy and you trying to find your man. All right, you could have put that, like, you shouldn't even posted that. You should have just let that happen, and now you done went viral. So now it's one of those things. These guys are going to be looking, and I don't know why. Right? That there's a lot of women these days. It's as if they think it's a bunch of men on Pluto or something. And it's just a bunch of women instructions saying, hey, women are like this. This is what you need to do. And you got to be her man, her man, her man. It's not going to be many of y'all. But when y'all get on earth, you're supposed to find your woman that God actually put in your life, right? You're supposed to have vision for it, right? They get placed in them. They get placed on earth.
You do whatever she wants you to do, man.
and they get placed on earth, right? They have no understanding about anything that's going on, how women think or whatever, right? So they don't have this thing where men say, hey, I'm tired of dealing with these type of women and this, that, and the third. And then there's just going to be a plethora of them that's going to find those women. And it's like, how you break up, like, I think the difference between men and women, this thing came out, this study. And it was this thing where they asked the men, I think they did like 1,000 or 2,000 men and 1,000 or 2,000 women. They said if you had 70% of the things that you wanted to live the rest of your life with a woman or a man, if you had 70%, they asked the men, they said like 90-something% of men said, I'll be good. Perfect. That's fine with me. They asked the women, it was like 50% that said, no, I can't do 70. I didn't do more. So I'm not surprised that a 40-year-old woman will break up a marriage that with a good guy that she said that didn't do anything, but she said that's not her man and her happiness is priority. And she never spoke of what was making her unhappy. And I see this with all these contents when women are saying that they're leaving. Then hold on. And then she said she was going to make a book of saying how to leave a good man.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm laughing because I literally just seen this play out last night.
Right. So now
you
finna indoctrinate women who made the choice to get to have a man get on one knee and say, I want to spend the rest of my life with you. And they are good men. They doing what they saying. Well, all these women say these men ain't this and this, that, and the third. You actually got a good man. And he's doing everything he's supposed to do. And you like, you know what? I read this book. I need to leave my good man because I found out that I'm unhappy because somebody else told me I'm not. And I know how to leave a good man now. And then I'm going to go make a video of it because I know there's a cornerstone in social media with a whole bunch of women going to applaud me by my dumbass mistake. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. And that is crazy, bro. That's like, bro, I think most men, if a dude came up here and said, bro, I had a woman, she cooked, she cleaned, she was a good woman, she wasn't arguing, she had no problem with the word submissiveness, she was fine, she had ass, I ain't never have to worry about sex. She was a good woman, but she wasn't my woman though. So I'm about to make this book, How to Leave a Good Woman. Oh, bro, it'll be bad. It will be horrible. And then all humanity will be lost because the women say these dudes are tripping. This the super duper is bad. Now this dude for to indoctrinate other men how to leave good women. That's wild, bro.
It's crazy. To know how many shitty people are out there, especially in the dating world, you would do. She obviously, again, like you were saying earlier, she has not experienced life. She hasn't experienced the dating life.
Who's she gonna find? Who's she gonna find at 40 years old? You think
she'll find somebody? She'll find somebody, bro. Hold on. She'll find somebody. Now, is it gonna be the same type of guy? Absolutely not. But she'll find.
She's not looking for that though.
She's not looking for that. She's not
looking for that type of guy. She's looking for the guy.
But hold on. Because there's two sides. But there's two sides of the same coin, though.
She
may not be looking for that same guy, but I guarantee she ain't gonna get the same caliber guy that she just loved. It's gonna be less.
You don't know that.
Watch.
Shit.
There are plenty of other men that are getting divorced that are good men around that same age or older.
You're right. I can see to that.
Right. Yeah. And there's always a man chasing behind a woman. I find it really interesting that men immediately gear towards women.
Well, why do you think she's a good woman, though?
Always a man around us. Now, we might not want that specific man, but we're not going to end up alone. And the women that do end up alone, it's because they're choosing to, not because.
Hold on, Ash. Hold on, Ash.
Run that thought back.
She is the one saying that she wants to be with her man. This is nothing. We're not saying that she's gonna be alone and everything. She's saying one day she's gonna find her man. That is insinuating that she is still on the market and she wants to be with her man. We're not saying she's finna be alone. This is information that she gave. Like nobody asked for this. She did it.
That was a small subject. That's a small piece of what I was saying as a full. When we were talking about the whole thing, it was being said that it was being said or insinuated in the conversations that we were having that she's not going to end up with a good man because she left one. And,
No,
and her age was brought up.
I said, what's the probability?
There are a lot of women that end up with men after being divorced.
Oh, she will end up with someone.
Hold on. I'm gonna say the question again. What's the probability of her getting with the man that she wants? That's because he has to be better than the one that was before, because him being a good man wasn't enough. What is the probability at 40 of her being with the man that she wants? Because from my understanding, I heard a bunch of women say majority of the good men, they sold up. They usually married.
Yeah. There's not really if we're talking about there's a probability of a woman with cats and a probability of a woman finding the person that she's going to marry after she's been divorced, no matter what age. I think we're going to lean towards there's a probability that she's going to find someone else to marry or date, because she might not want to get married again. That's per her choice. Why are we acting like we're just out here seeing a whole bunch of over 40 women single, lonely, and they're dying?
They are.
Lonely.
They are.
Not most. You guys are picking a small amount.
No. We know these women. We know these women can get men. We know they can get someone to sleep on. We know that. That's gonna happen.
I'm talking about marrying again, being in a long-term relationship.
Hold on. Ash. Another thing what a lot of women do when men saying things, y'all saying a whole bunch of stuff that we didn't even say. We're going based off what she. Hold on. She said what she said she wanted. I'm going based off that. I did not say that she finna die alone and all that stuff. I'm going based off what. Yeah, I was in.
And take out the stuff that I said other than that. Yeah, and I gave you the probability of her ending up with someone else is a high probability. They're like
so hold on, you're being disingenuous, because I didn't say somebody else. I said the one that she wants, that'll be the caliber of man that she wants.
Right.
What is the probability of that?
I'm going to answer your question. What you're referring to is because you have an expectation built on what exactly you think that she's looking for. You have built it in your mind that you are looking for somebody who has a grand gesture of all the things that you think a good man doesn't include, or that bigger than what you think a good man is for her to find. But what you're missing is the fact of, just because he was good to her doesn't mean that that's the end all be all. And what you refer to as good as, just because he doesn't cheat and he comes home at night and like on the other things that you named, there are other situations. And that just because she didn't explain it in this clip doesn't mean it's happening, because obviously she feels like she wants to write a book. So there's going to be a plethora of things of why she felt like this man wasn't her person. It's okay to be a good person and not end up with someone else or decide to leave a good person just because that you don't feel it inside. Why stay in something? And luckily, she had kids with him or whatever. And so they made it through the kids somebody was mentioning. That's great. Sure. And you guys are referring to as women are choosing happiness. And you're seeing that you're finding that a lot lately. And it's just interesting to me that men are just so intrigued by the fact of women are choosing happiness over what's being offered to them, when there can be more. There are others out there that can be different and still be a good man. Her probability of finding another good man that's good to her and that what she wants is high. There are plenty of good people for specifically what you're looking for out there. Does it take time to find? Sure, absolutely. But do I think that she's going to end up alone? No, I do think she'll find someone that fits her. Now, with that being said, on what she's been talking about, you're allowed, like I mentioned.
Hold on.
No, let her cook. Hold on, let her finish. Let her get.
I just want to say this, and I'll leave it alone.
Yeah,
I was going based on what she was talking about. Ash said a whole bunch of stuff of what she think I was thinking about, of what a real man is and everything of that nature, where I did not say any of that.
Yes,
I said specifically based off what she said, a man that's better than. I literally said what she thinks are better. What is the probability of her finding a man that's better than what she said that she had? Right. That's what I'm saying.
That's what you thought a good man was. And I used the topics that you explained.
All I said was what. Okay. And that's all I said. All the words that the filler words that you put, I did not say any of that. That's what you interpreted.
When you cut these clips up, I'd like you to reverse back to this, because literally you said that a good man was specific things that you named. And I said those things again because you said them to me. But
I mean,
if that's not how it was,
hold on. That's subjective. What I feel, what a good man is. I'm not even
you
talking about
literally
what.
just
Hold
said
on.
one that doesn't cheat. You said that specifically.
No. I said that what she said. She said that he wasn't a cheater. He wasn't this. He wasn't that. And she said he was a good man. She identified what a good man is, and that's what I put the basis on. That's why I said you what. That's why I said I didn't say any of the things that you said.
Got it.
She said it. I said, okay, based off what she said, she wants something better than that. What is the probability? All that stuff that you were saying that I was saying, I didn't even say none of that. I'm going based off what she said. I'm very consistent. So you can chop the clips up and all that.
I just said okay, understood. Are we good?
I'm good. My thing is I don't like when people say that I said something.
Well, then I misunderstood you, and I just said okay. So we're all on the same page. You were referring to exactly what she was saying. You weren't referring to what you think a good man is. Understood. Okay. Me specifically, for how I feel about it, I do understand what she means by happiness. You can be with a good man, and that man just isn't for her. There are definitions for everybody of what they think a good man is. She obviously feels that, but she wants more. I think that other women can get more. I don't think that they're asking.
I think that's a problem too, though, because it's always you're always looking for more, but yet y'all get mad. And again, I'm not saying that I condone it, but then they'll get mad when a man cheats. It never leaves.
But this is the thing too, though.
Because I think that you'll leave a relationship. You'll leave a relationship based off of pure happiness. That's an emotion. That shit is fleeting. You're happy one moment, the next minute you're not happiness. Your happiness is, yeah, I get it. It's your own happiness, but you vowed to be with that man through life, through death, to death do his part. You said those vows. That means you don't stand on shit that you say. You don't stand on principles because it's based off of your happiness. That's why a couple of podcasts ago, me and Kay went back and forth about the aspect of duty. It's about duty in a relationship. It ain't about your love. It ain't about the fleeting happiness. Love is an action. Happiness is an emotion. Happiness ain't an action at all. So her just leaving based off of her own happiness and not giving, I don't care about the context. She said happy, so I'm going based off of what she said. Happy. What does that even mean? If you're not happy, go take a trip. Go to somewhere where you can clear your head and come back to what you vowed to. What you said. You stood in front of the altar wherever you stood and got married, and you said your vows to that man. And you vowed to him. He's a good man. This is the reason why a lot of men now are reverting from marrying women, getting down on one. That's why a lot of men are saying, listen, if you really want to be with me, you're gonna have to show me before I do anything with you. If you really want this ring from me, you're gonna have to get down on one knee. That's why a lot of men are saying, they're not saying that I agree with it, but this is why they're saying it. And then they get on TikTok and they're saying these things. And it's not just her. It's black women, it's white women, Hispanic women. We've done many topics on it. And this is the problem. This is an issue. This is a real big issue. And this is why people aren't getting married. Because women, and this is exactly to the point of, there are more women leaving relationships than there are men. But there's no reason to leave a relationship just based off of your happiness. I don't care what's going on in your head. That's a you problem. She may be in menopause early. I don't know.
That's the thing, though. When I'm pretty sure we've all seen it before. When someone just overly happy about some shit that they shouldn't even be happy about. Yeah. Like this certain situation, she's saying this dude's a good dude. This is the last thing you should be doing, is posting this shit. The other thing, I mean, if you know you're doing something that, I mean, in my eyes, it's wrong. But hey, if you just want to go based on feelings, I think your feelings would be a little bit different. They would be like, you know what? I just can't do this no more, but I'm hurting someone else, so I don't want to put them through that shit. I'm gonna do whatever I can to make this good for them. You and me posting this shit, you and me talking about writing a book, you and me doing all this other shit. Like that can just tell you that something that's not right there.
That's that like,
yeah, she has to be so happy. And like only thing's gonna happen, she's gonna crash. And eventually, that's when they gotta pick up the pieces. But she should have friends that are in her corner, be like, yo, maybe you should step back a little bit and think about this. But most women be like, yo, yeah, you're right. You're empowered. Let's do this. We want you to be happy.
And this is also why, to the point, this is why men turn into demons.
Man, forget all that, bro.
That's a fact though.
I agree.
This is part of the reason why. This is part of the reason why men turn into demons
I
because
agree.
of things like this. And then next thing you know, then the next woman that comes up into this good man that was supposedly a good man, a great man. This is why he turns into the demon. Then he starts to treat all of these women and just dog them out.
I'm like this. Gloves off.
Therapy.
Gloves off now.
No, not therapy.
What the hell? No. What's up with this bullshit ass therapy?
Hold on, gloves off now.
Yeah, obviously if you're out here destroying people's lives, you do need to go to therapy because you're hurt. Hurt people hurt people.
Hold on.
That's from both ends. I'm not coming for men. I'm coming for men and women on
Who
that.
needs to go to therapy out of the situation?
Hurt people hurt people. He was just talking about demon time. I'm saying both genders on this one. When you turn into your villain era, sure, have your time. But while you are running through people, destroying other people's lives, that we're trying to have a valuable relationship with you because you're so hurt inside because if someone else hurt you and you putting that on them. Exactly what I'm saying. You're saying, did you just say fuck them?
Yeah, fuck them.
And that's exactly what I'm talking about. Go to fucking therapy so you can stop out here destroying people's lives.
But she gets no smoke for starting this shit.
I follow the manuscript.
Blaming somebody else after a while doesn't work anymore. That's like the same blaming your parents for some shit they did to you when you were a child and how you're acting out in real time. No, go to fucking therapy so everybody can stop playing this dumbass game with y'all.
No,
hurt people. So go heal so you can stop hurting people.
No,
have your fun, do your time, and then do the fucking work.
Hold on, Marcus. It just dawned on me, right? Y'all remember when I said we always give women some kind of grace, or there's some kind of understanding that needs to happen with women when they be doing some dumb ass shit. What she did is so dumb, right? I don't think she's a good person.
Okay.
I don't think she's a good person because you want to know why? She was hoping that he would cheat. He was such a good dude that she was hoping that he would cheat. She just was trying to find something, and it didn't happen. That made her even more unhappy. Now she want to write a book about it, and she went online about it, and she divorced him, went against her vows, and all that type of thing. You mean tell me this person right here, hey, she could be a good person? No.
Now he got to go to therapy.
He got to go to therapy.
Need to go to therapy. I said both. I was not coming for one.
He don't need therapy.
We can do the therapy.
People. I do agree that she should go to therapy. Absolutely.
He don't need therapy. We can talk
about
21 years of being in that relationship, and she couldn't find it. This is what I mean about when we're expressing about happiness, and I get where you guys are coming from, so don't think that I'm not. But I also understand happiness, right? You said it is a feeling. 21 years of not having that feeling, I'm pretty sure she's talked to him about it. We're not going to say that she hasn't, okay? Like, let's just go with that, right? And if she couldn't...
Ain't no way she talked about it if she was hoping that he cheated.
Ash.
In the 21 years, you think that she's never had a conversation about her being unhappy?
Ash.
I'm sure she has.
Hold on.
That's what I'm talking about.
Bro.
Ash.
I'm not saying she's a good person. I'm just saying we're talking about happiness.
When you go to therapy, right? Because you trying to sell us to it. What is the happiness segment of therapy?
When you heal yourself, that is your happiness because you're not angry anymore. You're healing the pieces of you that are traumatic to you, that have made you harden in anger and then act out in certain ways.
Okay.
When you go to therapy,
what's the point of talking to a man about your happiness when he gave you the space to create your happiness?
I'm sorry, say it again to me.
What's the point of consistently talking to a man about your happiness when he gave you the space to create your happiness? She said he was a good man.
Right. And if she couldn't still find her happiness in them, wouldn't you want her to leave because she's also hurting him? You want her to stay while he's unhappy, she's unhappy?
No. Do you know what's hurting him?
Her not being happy, and she can't find it with him. So what else is she supposed to say?
That's not what's hurting him.
Okay.
What's hurting him is, for one, she done broke up a happy home. Because clearly
it wasn't happy. She was unhappy.
So it ain't a happy wife. It ain't a happy wife, happy life.
I didn't say that either, but I'm guaranteeing if you're with somebody who's unhappy for 21 years, you're still not going to be that same chipper self that you were in the relationship as well.
I don't think it was 21 years though. I don't think it was 21 years where she was unhappy. I think this is something that's fresh and new, and so therefore she acted on her emotions.
We're just assuming.
You're
just assuming that she acted on it right now.
No, but
she talked about the fact that she had been banking on that for
She didn't specify how long.
That it has only been the last 6 months then that she feels this way, but it doesn't sound like it how she was talking. So we can assume both sides. You guys are assuming one way and I'm going to assume another way. And we'll just
give her 5 years.
I know, but that's the girls code bullshit I was talking about earlier. Because you taking her side, you
I'm not
taking her side is some bullshit.
I'm not taking her side. I think both parties should go to therapy. You want me to say that
he didn't do anything. He didn't do anything.
He ain't do shit but be a good
He was dealing with this for 21 years. Of unhappy. You guys were just talking about how he's going to get out of this and become demon time. Now we're saying that that's not what's going to happen.
No, we didn't say that he was going to go demon time. We said this is the reason why men try to follow the manuscript. If I follow the instructions, if I buy
any other time you guys are grabbing off the air, and now all of a sudden when I grab something you don't like, now you're talking about no, that's not what I was saying. Okay.
They literally
we can't know if he's gonna do it, but that is a reason why.
They literally didn't say that though. They literally said in a general sense, sometimes men do go on demon time on this. They didn't specifically say he was going to do that.
No, we didn't say he got to go on demon time.
I take back that he needs therapy.
Exactly.
That he's broken from it.
See, I think the issue right now, right, is anytime we have conversations like this and men are saying, hey, we pointing out the inconsistencies of what women saying they want, and we just literally saying how crazy this situation is. Mm-hmm. Women go all the way into the details of like, well, they need to go to therapy. They don't want to look at the woman like, yeah, she wrong for that. That's crazy. If I had, we're talking about in general.
You said it, but you still said he needs to. There was something about him, though. He was still involved in it.
Well,
absolutely, and I did take it back because that in this panel, I'm not allowed to discuss that. Do I think that everybody needs therapy? I think that because she left him and he was a good man to her, he will require therapy over that because she hurt him.
Why aren't you allowed to discuss
I'm not going to say that it won't work for people who don't agree with therapy, so I'm not even going to explain it. If you think that you only have to be broken in certain specific ways to go to therapy, then move that way accordingly. I don't think that he needs to go because he's going to go on demon time. I think he needs to go because I know that hurt the fuck out of him. He did 21 years. He was a good man to her, and then she broke his ass. He's broken and he's hurt, so he needs to go to therapy to talk that shit through.
Hey, can I ask you? Hey, can I just hold up real quick, Raw. So can I say the reason why I don't agree with therapy actually is because I actually went because I had to and still didn't work and didn't do anything. So would you take that into account as to why I say therapy isn't a real thing and you don't really need it?
I can understand on your standpoint of how you feel about it.
No, it ain't about what I feel. It's about what it is. It did more.
It is how you feel about it specifically, because other people it does work for. So those are your feelings. It didn't work for you.
Most of the men that I've talked to and had conversations with, it didn't work for them either. So I don't think
different things.
But that's
therapy doesn't work for a lot of people.
But you see what I'm saying though. I just gave you that and said that it doesn't work. And it's not just for me. And it's not just for me in particular. I'm talking about many of men who actually went through it, but it did nothing for them. But however, talking therapy, and mind you, you're right in the aspect of therapy comes in different forms in different ways. You don't have to go and sit in front of a doctor. Me, Macaroni Tony, me, Marcus, me and Raw, we can sit and have a full conversation, and that's therapy in itself. We having a conversation amongst each other, right? Or if you and I had a one-on-one conversation, we just talking, that could be a therapy session too. I don't necessarily need to go to a doctor and have a therapy, or therapy for me could be to the gym. You know what? Fuck what this bitch talking about. I'm going to the gym. I'm going to hit these weights. I'm going to get myself together. I'm going to work my ass off. That can be therapy. So therapy comes in many different forms. You don't necessarily have to go to a therapist in order to overcome some things. I think, for some people it works. I agree. I 100% agree. For some people, they need that. They really do. But do I believe the overwhelming majority needs it when they have some sort of trauma? No, I don't agree with that.
I think specific trauma. I can understand that.
That's fair.
But I also think that you're a good person from what I've seen from you. So I wouldn't be like, yeah, you need to go to therapy. But I think that people who hurt people do.
I think it's more like, especially when women tell you need to go to therapy, it's more, hey, I need you to understand how I think. I need you to understand to get on my page. I don't think it's more like there's really something wrong with you. I think because most times girls who go to therapy, they want people to see it from their lens. When a dude wants to hear something, he wants to see maybe like how he might be looking at it different, and how he possibly could change it. I think with women it's a little bit different. You want people to understand how it's coming out from you, how you trying to explain yourself. So I think that's why it's a lot different when a girl tells a dude he needs to go to therapy. It's more like, I need you to understand where I'm coming from.
I don't want to be a person to weaponize, because I do think that how you're feeling about it is a weaponized version of therapy. I don't think that that's healthy at all. Not at all.
Oh no, that's usually how it comes off, though. That's typically how it usually comes off.
I think too, because there might be some, now your feelings are valid to your feelings. You know, I can only say because we're having a conversation both ways. You know what I mean? Because today's been the day where it's just like, but I'm trying to tell you this is how I feel, and I'm just supposed to be like, okay. But so what I'm saying is your feelings are valid. I don't believe that it should be weaponized, and so I understand why you feel that way. Like, I don't think that. If you're out here, like I just mentioned, if you're out here hurting other people because you're hurting inside from things that have happened to you, you need to go. If you aren't, and you're just living life, I'm not recommending go to therapy. When I say it, certain things that are being said, I'm like, oh, well, because you should probably go to therapy. That's not weaponizing it. That's because I hear that there is some underlying trauma that's going on from your past that you haven't dealt with, and that's why you're saying what you're saying. That's all.
We talk way more about therapy than actual the bullshit this lady just did. Wow.
She still got grace. She got grace, man.
That's how. Like anytime with the girl code, when they do some bullshit, they be like, "Yeah, that's kind of crazy. She shouldn't have did that." But let's talk about therapy, and let's see therapy, and then we don't know. He probably did some stuff that we don't know. So yeah, that's kind of crazy.
That's when they both need
to go. Hold on. I didn't say you said that. I said in general. But we did spend.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep. If a girl is like 100% wrong, then they both need to get help. If he's wrong, then he just need to get help. She's fine. Like literally, that's how it always goes. He's like, you know what? Yeah, they both need to get help.
Well, no, I mean,
you guys are gonna think what you want to think about.
Well, no, I get what Ashley is saying, like at the square root, where she's like, okay, if she did this, if she was putting up a smoke and mirrors for 21 years or whatever, and he thought shit was all sweet and peachy and she broke it off, then he go out there and he trying to refigure out life, but in the process he might hurt 6-7 people on the way of refinding himself. Then insert the Jordan clip, stop it, go get some help. So I understand what she's saying, but it's just at the same time, it's like everybody got their breaking point. That's kind of how we went off the rails last week when y'all was looking at me crazy defending Cardi, when I was like, okay, well, if she's married and she's been behind the scenes trying to keep her stuff together, but in the public, every time she wake up, every other 9 months, it's on a tabloid that this dude out here moving funny, and she did what she did, and now we about to have Bobby Shmurda. So I mean, I get what you're conveying, but the thing is that nobody on the internet seems to realize is that just like it feels confusing for you because it feels like a 4v1 right now, is women, when they try to logically go through their thought process, there's a lot of feelings involved in there. Men are more computer based. We're a bunch of ones and zeros. Problem, solution. How do we shorten the distance between them? So when you say like therapy is the answer to everything, that just sounds like some bullshit, because it's like, okay, we taking this long ass detour and we could just be like, you know what? Shorty was a chameleon ass bitch. Fuck her. We gonna just find a better bitch.
Mm-hmm.
Or I ain't gonna disrespect her. She was married for a long time. I ain't gonna put the bitch jacket on her, but we're gonna find a better woman. Now, what I don't understand is when it comes to happiness, people need to understand a real square root thing of happiness. There ain't a goddamn person on this planet, except for the person you see in the mirror when you brushing your teeth, that is responsible for your happiness.
Agreed.
So for her to sit up there which is why I said in an environment that he created. You married. You doing 50% better than other women. You got put up. You ain't got to fight half the battles these other people fight. You married. If he was a good man, I'm hoping that he wasn't somebody that was sending you out to work every day. I mean, work is on the table if you want to go, but you shouldn't have to go. So if you have all these things to where, you know, say a lot of the times, well, I'll say women from means of lower income, women that grew up on survival, they'll be like, oh, hey, you know, I do have femininity to me, but I need a man that's gonna bring it up out of me or whatever, because they, you know, they move around in survival mode and they masculine and whatnot. That's fine. Okay, so he has set up all these other things in place around her. All these shields are in place. She doesn't have to go out and fight with the world on a general basis. I mean, yeah, she got kids, and I do understand with women in their feelings bank. Sometimes once the woman has kids, she feels like she loses herself and she has to refine herself. And I understand that as well. But at the same time, this man gave you every resource that you could utilize to where you can create some happiness in there somewhere. And it's just, from a man's perspective, I'll just say from our side of the fence, it just looks real disrespectful for the only reason you up and leaving is because he was a good man, but I wasn't happy. Like, I understand that everybody's the Mario and they Super Mario Bros. And nobody wants to be Luigi. Nobody want to be player 2. Everybody got main character energy. But, you know, what we driving at day's end is, if you weren't happy with somebody that put you in the most pristine of conditions, coming back out here 20 years later when, you know, it's like getting out of jail. Dudes that went to jail in the 80s and the 90s is getting out right now. They don't know what the hell is going on when they get outside. So you were put up. You weren't happy in this little confinement. You think now coming back into this open world RPG video game that, you know, you gonna find it out here. I feel like she's setting herself up for failure pretty much is the thing. Like, I mean, you would have been better off trying to find happiness where you at than breaking that off and thinking that you clean the slate to find it, because it's going to be a lot of bit harder.
I agree with Ash. Both of them probably need therapy after this. That's not my point of contention with this whole thing. I think in today's society, we can't just call a spade a spade. She wasn't good. She wasn't a good fit for marriage. And instead of just saying, hey, I was on some bullshit, I'm thinking about myself and this, that, and the third, and I wasn't being a good wife and everything, she tried to put it in a way that she's trying to make some money and monetize and also embarrass him online. Because everybody gonna know who she is when they see it. She went viral, and he got to bear the blunt of that stuff. Now she talking about she want to make a book so she can indoctrinate other young women that probably don't have a full understanding what it takes to be in a long lasting relationship and all that, and it's only going to make the dating scene even worse.
Did she mention how many kids she has?
I don't know.
No, she didn't say how. No, she didn't say how many.
Because that's another thing. That's another thing. Not to cut Mac off, just to insert is, if she has male children, just like we were talking about in topics prior, and they seen that their dad was this awesome superhero, and then she does that, even if the dad doesn't crash out, what do you expect those children to do going forward? So you might, you might say that the two grown-ups in the situation need therapy if that's what you believe in. But now,
I think the child, not the dad, because he's the one that's gonna be the one that's gonna. I don't think the father. 9 times out of 10, they won't need. He's not the one that's gonna need the therapy. I'm pretty sure they. I mean, yeah, some men may, but I don't think the man that's gonna need. I don't think
he gonna need it, bro. He gonna.
I disagree. I disagree.
He gonna need it, bro. I know a guy. I know a guy right. I know a guy right now. I know a guy right now. Hey, Courtney, I know a guy right now that just went through a divorce. It wasn't nasty or nothing like that, but he been with her for a good minute. I think about 10 years.
Right.
And one thing he told me was, he was like, you know, I was having the whole therapy conversation, but he was like, what if you going through something difficult and you don't have nobody to talk to? And that's tough. That's tough to be having it going through it by yourself and all that type of stuff. So if I don't have nobody to talk to, who can I talk to about the situation?
You better talk to God.
Okay.
Nah, man. But anyway,
I'm gonna be, listen, bro. I'm gonna be even killed throughout the entire season. I get it, but I still disagree with it. I don't necessarily think you need it. 20.
Honestly, I think
110. I don't think you need it because
everybody's different. You did it, and maybe the people you've encountered also found that they didn't need it. Because I have also met men that it took a few therapists before they actually found someone that works. So I can fully understand if you don't even take that and you just go with that shit didn't work. I get what you're saying, but not everybody is functioning off of that.
But my thing is, I think when I say that I don't think people need it, I say the majority of men don't necessarily need it. I just think they just need to grind it out and focus on building themselves back up. It's
gonna be a big mind fuck though. Because
at the end of the day, once all that, at the end of it all, when it's all said and done, when you're grinding, when you're working, when you're focusing on yourself, you're like, all right, this shit happened to me. I just got to build myself back up. Guess what's gonna happen? The confidence level is gonna come back. You're gonna start to see some shorties holler at you like, hey man, listen, hey, what's good with it? All the confidence is gonna come back. You don't need it.
Just because someone hits on you and makes you feel good doesn't mean you're not about to bring that past relationship into your future relationship. Because things that happened back then that were triggering will come out later.
Because when
it's not about a confidence boost.
But when you're having, you crazy. When you're having these conversations, all they're doing is just asking you questions. If you want to ask anybody about therapy, here's I got you.
Don't you dare set it up as like they just ask you questions.
Ask yourself questions. Ask yourself why 5 times. When you answer, you start with why. You ask yourself the question. Listen, I guarantee you, I can have a one-on-one session with each and every one of you. I can ask you why 5 times, that we can get to the root of the cause of why you got the trouble.
Hey, but this one he doesn't know why.
Why you got to there? What are you going to do once you get there? When they're in that feeling, in that setting of when it happened and how traumatic it was for them, what are you going to tell them to get them through?
You let them vent it because you keep asking yourself why.
Just saying it doesn't heal it just because it came out of your mouth. Just because you acknowledge it doesn't
you never heal. When that's the thing about therapy, you think you don't heal.
Yes, you do. No, you heal pieces of yourself to where it doesn't hurt anymore, so that it doesn't lash out in other forms. Yes, that's how therapy works when it works for you.
That's not healing.
How are you to talk when it didn't work for you?
It's not because it's not a healing situation. You don't heal. You don't heal. It's not a wound. You don't heal from. You just accept what happened and you move forward. That's all it is. It's acceptance of what happened. Listen.
Okay, then we can change the word to accepting. Sure. If that makes you feel better.
It's called controlling the controllable. You control the way that you react to certain things. That doesn't mean necessarily I'm healed. It just means like, look, I know what happened to me, so therefore I move a certain way, right?
Okay. If you want to change the word for it, that's fine.
So let me ask you a question. Because remember, we had this conversation. Because of certain ways that you reacted in regards to how you were spanked, you won't want your kids that way, right? So therefore, if you're technically healed based off of that, you can understand and look at it from a different perspective. Like, look, I know what I went through as far as spankings. So therefore, that don't necessarily mean that I'm not gonna spank you because I went through the trauma and I healed from it. When you heal from something, you can still put the same, you can still react to it. So it's just like violence. If somebody grew up fighting in school, they always got in trouble, but they turned that fighting into a positive, correct? They go in UFC fighting, they go into boxing, you turn it into something new, into something. That doesn't necessarily mean you heal from it. You just accept what happened to you. You just accept what happened to you.
Wording. Sure. We can change it.
You don't heal from it. You never actually, because I guarantee you can still get triggered from it. Can you still get triggered from it? Do you still get triggered from time to time when somebody talk about spanking a kid?
Triggered as in like what? Like
just triggered. Does it set you off on any level?
I don't understand. Like, as in, like, does it irritate me or does it make me mad? Does it make me sad? Like, does it bring me back to the feelings I used to have?
Anything that triggers you, anything that triggers
you have a reaction.
Does it trigger you
right now?
Any sort of way? Does it trigger you?
Yeah, I acknowledge it. I don't like it. Yeah.
You acknowledge it. You don't like it.
Yeah.
But it don't. But so you're saying do you look at it as
how
a
you
trigger?
feel is I've accepted that. I don't hold it against anybody. But just because I've accepted it doesn't mean that I'm going to now let it happen in other forms.
But I'm asking does it trigger you in any way? That's what I'm asking.
In the sense of, does it irritate me? Like I don't know how you're seeing triggered. I don't like it. I don't like to hear it. I don't like to hear it when it happens.
Hold on. Do you have a feeling inside, or do you have our action that's above average?
No, it's average. I have a feeling towards it. I'm a normal human being.
What he's saying is, do it ever go above average?
No, because
that ain't what I'm saying. I'm saying
you sit at a 10, and now it sits at a 2.
I never said any level. I said, does it trigger you? Period. Okay, that's what I said. Does it trigger you? Period. Does it trigger you?
I feel
because if it doesn't, because here's my point. If it doesn't trigger, that means if you hear from something, that means it won't trigger you at all.
That's not true, and that's literally what I'm talking about right now.
You gotta love.
Just because, and we're not using the word healing, we're using the word accepting, right? Because you don't like that word.
I ain't saying like it. I ain't saying like it.
Sure.
I'll take the word accept. Yeah.
We're using the word accepting, right? Just because I accepted it doesn't mean I'm not going to have feelings towards it afterwards. That's like saying if someone punched you in the face and you see that person, and every time you see them, they keep punching you in the face, and all of a sudden they stop. And now all of a sudden you just accepted the fact that it's cool. I understand that they punched me in the face. And you're telling me every time you saw that person that punched you in the face, you're not going to feel anything.
Word to mother, son. He on site.
If I've accepted the fact, if we had the conversation and he said, "Look, bro, I ain't gonna never do that shit again. I apologize." Cool. I'm not gonna think nothing else. I'm not gonna say anything. I've accepted it.
Right.
But I'm not gonna get triggered by it either, though.
When you're saying triggered, you're saying you're not gonna have any emotion at all towards him.
No.
Okay. All right.
That's my point of being triggered. Like if it affects me in any kind of way, if I get triggered just on the slightest, be like, "Ooh, I remember this person used to do this." That's a trigger.
Okay, then that's not what I'm saying. When you're asking me that question, it's not that I feel that. I acknowledge that I've been through something, but it's not a trigger in the sense of it's going to make me uncomfortable or set me off. It's just something that I acknowledge and I understand it, and I don't want to experience it, and I don't want my children to experience it. But I'm not going to sit here and like every time I hear it, I'm start shaking and shit. Like, no, I'm a human though. I'm not going to sit here blatant like never fucking even kill. Full of shit. If everything that you have, everything in your life, you're saying that if it bothered you once, it never in the world bothers you again after you've accepted it. Be so for real right now. Yeah. You're a human being.
Yeah, I'm a human being, but I also am logical too.
Okay.
I'm a logical human being too. So
I had situations where I used to get triggered on stuff.
Going to affect me. So if I used to get triggered at one point, but then I realized I've come to the acceptance that it happened before, it's not going to trigger me again on any level. I just it happened, but keep it pushing. I'm not gonna think about it again.
This is a good one though, because maybe we probably opening a discussion. Is it a situation amongst difference between men and women, how we can go forward, handle stuff and with our emotions? Because I know it's some things in my life that I used to get triggered about, and I felt really deeply about it. But then after like reflecting and like, you know what, pros and cons, I shouldn't even be that pissed off about it. I see it again later on. It don't affect me at all. It's not even like that. And I think that's what Courtney talking about.
But I'm saying there are a lot of people like that.
That's what Courtney talking about.
There are plenty of things that where it used to trigger me that don't at all, and I don't feel anything towards. But you picked something that you knew was a trigger rather than just like all right, like I worked it out and I accepted it.
That could be anything though. I can be triggered. I can be triggered off of something that happened when I was overseas though. Again, it don't trigger me anymore. It don't trigger me because I've accepted what happened, because I've seen things over there. That's my point. That's my point.
I respect how you
hey, look, this conversation's not going anywhere because we
I understand.
Y'all can little lollygag with words and stuff, and it's not going anywhere.
No, nigga. Hey, y'all talk. Me and Ash gonna have our conversation too, nigga. Y'all
lock them up.
Nah, my thing is,
me and Ashley gonna talk. We gonna have a conversation.
Yeah,
I think it's a good view for both viewpoints, for people that can just not feel anything ever for anything that's ever, and then other people that can be cool about it and not be risen about it, but still have emotional feelings, like still be a human in that. Not saying you're not human. What I'm just saying is there are two different versions. Everybody is different. Everybody's mind processes differently.
But not,
So how
I know,
do you
but
want
here's the thing though. With me giving pushback, I'm not saying that not everybody doesn't deserve or needs therapy. That's not what I'm saying. But what I am saying, the majority don't.
I disagree.
They use it because a lot of people think that even with the smallest trauma, they think they need therapy. I don't think
Well,
so.
see,
I just think
you
you just need people to talk to. And
Some people don't have
sometimes that's why I prefaced earlier. Sometimes it ain't even just talking to somebody. Sometimes you just need to find a purpose to not even worry about think about it anymore. And that eventually that shit gonna heal. So
I think a lot of times
certain things for sure.
I think a lot of times with men, I think majority of the stuff that we got, like that people say we need to go to therapy and all that stuff, like depression and stuff like that. I think with men, long as we overcome whatever we had going on, whether it's financial or depression or something like that, because we pissed off or depressed because we got laid off or something. When we get that new job, we don't feel like how we was at that point in time. I think a lot of men like that, but I do think a lot of women, even though they did got laid off, it's like they got to talk about it, right? It lingers with them because they're scared of getting laid off again, and it's like trauma to them, and they got to go to therapy about it. Because I didn't have that situation before. I'm like, but you got a job though. Like, what's the issue?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Experiences that I'm discussing. I'm not discussing everyday life. I think that regular people can handle regular occurrences like losing a job or blah blah blah, whatever. Those are the everyday things. I'm talking about things that are traumatic that you hold on to for fucking years. Those are the things I'm talking about. If you've held on to it for years, you need to talk to someone about it, because obviously you can't release it yourself, or else you would have. And it's affecting your everyday life. Those are what I'm talking about. You lose a job, sure, you're gonna get over it when you get a new job. Some shit might happen, you're depressed, you're sad. I'm not talking about those people. That's not what I'm discussing about needs therapy. So I just want to make that clear.
Yeah, I would say, hey, this dude is probably going to need therapy, because
Why?
the reason I think so, because I went through a similar situation like this. It is a mind fuck. When someone that you love, you're doing everything right, and it comes up and some shit, like, there's no excuse. It's just like, this is a different person now. Like, literally, like this, a different person. Like, this person, like, hates you, or whatever the case may be. Like, you obviously, Courtney, you've never gone through it before, but if you have, I'm telling you, it's a big mind fuck. Like, it's crazy because you haven't done shit, and you can't pinpoint anything out that was done. This other person is going on life like it's just crazy. He might not, but it's possible he might.
I think the only reason why he'll need therapy is because the 10 plus damage that she's doing right now.
Oh,
not the initial thing. If they just left and it is what it is, and he probably saw the writing on the wall, he prepared for it. Hey, I'm gone. It's cool. We can just walk away. But the shit that she doing right now, hey, bro, you know your wife, her shit went viral, bro. She talking shit about your ass. What? He go see that shit. Now everybody's seeing what he's saying. Your son, the children seeing what he's saying. Your cousins and all this type of stuff. Now it's like you embarrassed like at the ultimate level, and you can't talk to nobody because everybody talking about this shit. They were like, damn, bro, you was perfect, and you was live and you was holding down, and she finna write a book about your behind, bro. Damn.
I just accept that. I'm just
that type of look.
I think I'm just because that's revenge. I'm just revenge. That's revenge because I'm like, all right, bet you want to play that game. Guess what? I'm for the 10 times. I'm for the 10x this shit. I'm for to make it even better. You gonna wish you never left me. That's all I'm gonna do. But I ain't gonna be. But here's the thing. I'm not gonna think about it. Hold on. Before you do this,
that's your driving force, though, bro.
I'm not. But that's what I'm saying. That's the driving force. But here's my thing. It's not gonna be my purpose as to why I'm getting better. I'm just gonna grind and work. I'm like, all right, cool. You did what you did. That's a you problem. That ain't a me problem. I know how great of a man I am. So therefore, I'm gonna continue to keep being that man, and I'm gonna continue to keep leveling up. But I know on the byproduct of that, if you get a great man, hey, that's phenomenal. I'm not gonna be hurt about it. It is what it is. That's your thing. 100%. Because if I'm
there has to be a sliver. You're a human being. You are telling me that you were with a woman for 21 years. You broke up and you're cool, right? You cool as a cucumber. You moved on from it. You're gonna level the fuck up. She then in a year or two gets married to a good man. You're telling me you're not gonna feel a fuck thing?
No.
Oh, that wouldn't bother me.
Yeah, nah. I'll be feeling sorry for him. I'm like, damn, bro, you just got.
I'm like, you next.
You feel sorry for you. You a good man. You a good man, and she left you. So only thing, look, bro, condolences to you, big dog. Hey, much blessings to you. I'm gonna keep it pushing. I'm happy.
I done got cheated. Hey, look, I done got cheated on. I done got cheated on and like walked away from it and saw her online with another guy. They all happy and shit. I said, boy, I feel sorry for him, boy. I said, Lord, you just because I know her. I was like, boy, and she didn't change. Like I know it. I'm like, boy, you want for one hell of a ride.
You can have her. If you can get her, you can have her. They ain't got nothing to do with me. That's her.
I do agree with that statement.
Yeah, if you can get it, you can have her. I'm not gonna chase you. So
I agree with that too.
If 21 years you decide you want to leave, like, all right, cool, do your thing. But just understand, you already know you left a good man. But I'm not gonna be triggered on it. I'm not gonna be upset about it. I'm not gonna be hurt. Like,
get the fuck out that you're not gonna be upset that you just got divorced, Courtney.
I'll be upset, but I'm not going to be triggered.
Thank you, because you're a human being.
I'll be upset, but I won't need therapy.
All right.
I won't need therapy.
However you want to look at.
I'm not gonna go in front of I'm not gonna sit on no couch and be like, yeah, so you know, she hurt me. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand what I did wrong. I just don't understand what I did. I just don't know. I'm not gonna. That's not. No, we're not doing that.
But it takes some people a long time to get there.
No, I'm good. I ain't doing that.
And I totally understand too. Like I mentioned, talk therapy doesn't work for a lot of people who already know their demons by name. So I do recommend other avenues.
I know demons.
Okay, Courtney.
Listen, bro.
Ash,
I'm different here.
I know your mind is built like
a. Go to therapy for them to tell you the same shit you already know.
Call me
That's when you talk therapy today.
Call me special C, not the special ed though. You feel me?
Ashley.
Special C, not special ed. You know what I'm talking
about?
So
they broke up, right?
Who? The people.
The man and the woman in this situation. They broke up.
Yeah.
Are we talking about the lady on the TV or somebody else? I'm sorry.
No, the one in the story right here that's trying to write the book in the third, right?
Okay.
Now, if that dude is a good man, chances are more thick than thin that he has a friend group around him. He has friends. That's the therapy. I mean, even in years of yesteryear, the people that had no friends, they were still regular at the local bar. Or like we talked about earlier, you know, you had the barbershop. There's people around you that can get you on track.
I agree.
So he does. That's why, at least for me, I understand what you say. And I know I joke all the time with the therapy or whatever. There is probably a good 10, 15% of male society that does need therapy, but the thing is, for guys, your friend circle is also supposed to be a part of your therapy group, quote unquote. Unless y'all just a bunch of motherfuckers that was varsity team in high school and y'all never grew past that point. Because like we doing this content creation, if I start slacking, Courtney gonna text me like, hey bro, what's going on? You said you really wanted this. Get your ass back in front of that fucking camera and drop something. You know what I mean? And it might be even yourself, Ash. You might be like, oh, hey, that last video you dropped on TikTok, that shit was heat. Drop some more stuff like that. Things like that. When you utilize the resources that are already around you, you ain't got to go through all this process of paying these strangers that probably ain't never been through shit and they just giving you classroom theory. I'm just telling you where it come from on my side. I'm just telling. Well, the reason I say classroom therapy is you got people that go to get a four-year degree in business and they professor ain't never started a fucking business. It's classroom theory. If Courtney went to war and seen somebody's leg get blown off, and I can relate because I seen somebody get switched down in the middle of the street in the hood. And I'm like, yeah, that shit crazy the way that shit really look in real life. Like the movies ain't like that, whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. But, you know, that's not normal. We really need to figure out a way to move past that shit, whatever. That's different from me going to somebody in a therapy room and the only dead body they seen was their great grandpa that passed away at 94.
Yeah, like psychology is not a hard science. It's not, you can't replicate it. Like if it's like biology and you breaking down atoms and all that type of stuff, and you got formulas, it's the same thing every time. When you go to psychology and everything, it's not a hard science. You can't replicate it because everybody's situation is pretty much different. I think that's what like Raw is talking about. That's why it's classical theory, because you're studying certain things, but that's the reason why you have to sit down and when you get diagnosed, you got to go through a whole bunch of things in order for them to actually diagnose you with the proper diagnosis of like what you got going on. And some people have multiple different type of disorders at one time. You can't like have, well, I had this client, he had this, but then you go, I'm gonna do the same thing. It sounds the same, but it's like, oh shit, they got this too. So I think that's what he's saying from that.
Yeah, because it comes back to like last time when we were talking about, you know, empathy and sympathy. And it's like, okay, the way that you're supposed to read the dictionary, if you read the words, to be an empath means that you've found like people that have been through like situations, and you can almost feel how they feel because you've been through that exact situation, versus sympathy to where I've never been through what you've been through, but I know what I probably would feel like if I was in that situation, so I can extend the hand from there. You know what I mean? Like, if I had to go drop a dead body off at the emergency room because it was the little homie that got shot in the middle of the hood, it's not exactly the same as Courtney being in the middle of combat and he had to take one of his homies that he went through basic training and everything and sling them over his shoulder and take them back to the tent. But if you move a couple variables out, we still picked up bodies and had blood on our hands, and it's still some trauma to seeing somebody take their last breath. So I can empathize with Courtney seeing stuff at war because I've seen stuff like that in, you know, an uncharted war zone as well, versus, oh, somebody died on the surgery table. And I don't know nobody ever died on the surgery table. And shit, I don't even like scalpels and shit. So honestly, I'll be closing my eyes on Grey's Anatomy when they be doing surgery. But
hey, the tag on that though, Raw, I didn't save one of my homeboys thousands of dollars for going to therapy for his marriage.
Yeah, see, but
right, I didn't say I was the only one, but I contributed a lot to him because I had to sit down. That's what he's saying. That circle. Sometimes people don't have to go to therapy, but you should have like a circle of people that you can talk to and all that type of stuff.
Yes.
Is that what you're talking about, Courtney, too? Like you don't have to go to therapy. Like
he thinks you're friends. Yeah. And I respect that. I'm not saying everybody needs it. What I said is if you've been holding on to trauma for years and years and years, that friend circle that you have isn't working for you. You obviously need to hash it out with somebody else. And some people do not have that friend circle. And those are the people that I'm talking to. You don't have to fit the shoe if the shoe doesn't fit for you. If you feel you don't need it, cool. The other people, though, that think they don't need it, but they do need it. How y'all move is how y'all move. And if you have a circle like y'all, I think that works perfect. You can talk and you can work it out. But for the people that don't have that circle, it's like the blind leading the blind. No, y'all do need to go. If you're out here hurting other people because you're hurt, you do. If you're out here angry all the time, you need to go. Those are the people that I'm talking to. I'm not talking about the ones that are fine.
You can get a costume and become a villain and just hold all that shit in. You know what I'm saying? And then you can seek vengeance on the city. That's what I would think.
On the city. I'm back. So you back, man.
That's what I think you should do. I think you would get a lot. I think you would get a lot of emotion out doing that.
Oh shit!
Listen, man. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe for the algorithm, and make sure y'all hit the bell notification. So look, let me go to the last topic of the night. We're gonna switch gears a little bit because it's in the news. Well, not necessarily in the news, but Bad Bunny has been announced as the person to be doing the Super Bowl this year. Halftime. Well, you don't know who Bad Bunny is, boy?
I probably heard the music, but I don't know.
You better know because he's playing at the Super Bowl. He's playing at the next Super Bowl.
He's gonna be at the next Super Bowl. You better find out. Well, if you're watching the Super Bowl, you'll know. Put it like that. But
I guess I'm about to see who he is.
Yeah.
Isn't most of this shit in Spanish?
Yeah.
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 Hey, I ain't gonna lie though, man. The music be jumping though. I ain't gonna hold you.
See, you the one that say, "Who got it? That story?"
All I'm gonna say is this.
No, that's Daddy Yankee.
All I'm gonna say, Clem, look, go listen.
Showing your age there.
If they still got it, go look at the video. Go look at the Amazon concert he had on Amazon. Just go check it out. That's all I'm saying. I ain't add no more context to it. Just go look at it. Watch the whole thing.
I'm gonna look at. While you play the video, I'm gonna mute and kind of look at the
all right
on my tab.
Sure. Well, let's go ahead and get into it.
The Prime Time with Alex Stein on Blaze TV. Alex, am I being too harsh on Bad Bunny? Is this an inspired choice?
Oh my gosh, this is the laziest choice I've ever seen. Nobody knows who Bad Bunny is. Literally, in America, if you're an American, nobody has heard of this guy. I remember when he had a meal at McDonald's. It was a Bad Bunny meal. I remember asking them who is Bad Bunny, and they said the same thing. They said literally nobody knows who he is. So the fact that he gets to sing at the halftime show, when that was a show reserved for the greatest of all performers, people like Michael Jackson. And now it's basically become some sort of DEI talent show. So it's lost.
Well, why wouldn't you have some big country star? Country is so huge at the moment, and they're selling out massive arenas, and the fan base would love that. It would be such a great vibe, so pro-America, great music. It's just a win-win-win. It's an obvious option for the NFL, but they've decided to do this again. Now, Alex, there were heartwarming scenes on the weekend with Penn State football fans spotted in the crowd wearing Charlie Kirk's Freedom T-shirts. This was at a Saturday night's game against Oregon, which was Kirk's team. Charlie loved the Oregon team, and they had a fantastic win in that game, 30-24 over Penn State. Tell me about this ongoing tribute to Charlie. I noticed Jason Aldean has played a video before his concerts of Charlie. We're not going to forget what happened to Charlie Kirk.
Well, the tragedy surrounding Charlie Kirk's death cannot really ever be understated. The ripple and the effects that it will have across time. So he's going to be immortalized, and we're going to constantly be there to celebrate Charlie. It's still incredibly sad, and I saw that Turning Point had a great turnout. They handed over 5,000 T-shirts in Happy Valley, Pennsylvania, and Penn State ended up winning. So, of course, Charlie's very happy with the massive turnout when it comes to new chapters on campuses. So overall, Turning Point has increased its reach, but it's still just such a tragedy, Rita, just knowing that guy would have done so much more than Turning Point, which Turning Point is an incredible organization, but this guy was literally on his way to be president. So it's just a tough situation, Rita.
Oh, I know. And I know you two were close, and it's personally very difficult for you as well. Let's talk about...
Okay, so they moving on. So what are y'all thoughts on in regards to Bad Bunny being named the performer for the Super Bowl for this year? What do y'all think that's about?
I mean, it's a good look, I guess. We in the middle of a situation right now with migrants and all this other stuff. So for our Spanish citizens of the country, it's a good reset. It's a good breath of fresh air for them, I guess, so to speak. I think it's kind of disingenuous to say that nobody in America knows who Bad Bunny is.
Yeah.
I don't know what bro was on with that, because
yeah,
I do know who he is. Yeah. Do I tap into his music a lot? Not necessarily, because there are some other underlying factors as to why I don't really go down that rabbit hole. But overall, I think it's a good uplift to our Spanish compadres in the country. Like they need some uplifting too. Just like last time we had Kendrick, black folk was on 10. They caught their little spiritual high. Our Spanish folk need their spirits lifted right now. They ducking ice. They got all this other stuff going on. I mean, yes, not necessarily the actual citizens per se, but they got family members too.
Yeah.
They got their uncle that's 80-something years old and ain't never committed a crime. His paperwork and processing for 20-something years, and you know, his citizenship date might be a week away, and then ICE then came and swooped him up, and now here we go. We got another 5-10 year hiatus on it. So they need their spirits uplifted too. It's kind of like, for me, why I stopped watching sports. I mean, we had Hurricane Katrina go through New Orleans and the Saints win the Super Bowl. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Were they on the tear that year? I guess you could say, but the city needed their spirits uplifted, so they got a ring. So I don't really see nothing wrong with it. It's one major event, and I mean, everybody can't shine on the stage at the same time. So sometimes you're going to have to rotate cultures and everything in there to also help me. The Spanish folk is a large fabric of the country, whether we like it or not. I mean, everybody can go on social media and pick a side however they want to pick a side, but at the same time, there's a lot of people that go online and they'll tell you what they're not going to do. And we know a lot of people's not going to go out in the field and pick strawberries, pick pineapples, do all this other stuff. Y'all going to buy the shit out of it if it's in the store. Y'all going to complain if it's not there. You know, there's a lot of, even all the under the table jobs, there's a lot of stuff that people legally wouldn't do under the table that these people do that, you know, for the greater part of society keeps things functioning seamlessly. So I just believe that the Spanish people need their spirits uplifted, and if this is who's gonna get them there, I'm with it.
All right, I did a little I have heard some of his music before. I don't know what old buddy talking about. I haven't heard, I didn't know the name, right? But I heard the music. And I just, the little research I did, WWE, he did an entrance at WWE and everybody knew all the words.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm saying usually WWE crowd is kind of the same with the NFL and stuff. So it might be like one of those things that somebody in marketing, an evil genius, you know what I'm saying, that they know what they're doing. I think I'm looking like this. If WWE was getting that lit when he had got in his entrance, it might be the same. I wouldn't say the same, but it might be. I don't see it too far fetched for the Super Bowl. And I mean,
my bad. Go ahead.
Oh, and I'm like, man, ain't nothing wrong with like some fresh ideas, because it's like everybody said that with Kendrick Lamar last year. They were like, don't nobody know who Kendrick Lamar is and everything, but it was a good show.
Yeah.
Only people that was really talking about stuff were people that was hating on Kendrick Lamar, but it was a damn good show. So I'm gonna just wait until the Super Bowl and see what's going on and see, you know. I think the last couple before Kendrick Lamar, some of the Super Bowls, they were kind of boring.
So a lot of people have been saying it.
Wasn't the one before that when they brought all the old schools back, 50 Cent, Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, and all them cats?
Yeah, I mean,
one of them.
It was straight, but it wasn't like
that Eminem.
Yeah, but I mean,
wasn't Missy Elliott at one? What was Missy Elliott on where her stream started going back up because all the kids didn't know who she was and they start running her numbers up again?
I forgot.
It was one major. It was a major. I'm not sure if the Super Bowl was a major event.
Yeah, it was a major event, but I forgot what it was though.
Yeah,
and they brought the dancer back on white girl. I forgot her name, but yeah. Who Step Up too?
Oh,
Step Up, not Step Up. What was it? Step Up? Yeah, Step Up.
Yeah, but yeah, man. I think it's. I mean, I think it's cool. I mean, I think like when I did my little deep dive, I think a lot of people were talking about he was like dressing up in women clothes and stuff or something like that. I think that's the situation.
Okay, so that's the reason why I don't really rock. But at the same time, the dude, because we, as America, we acquired Puerto Rico, and Puerto Rico is now America pretty much.
Yeah.
And that dude is Puerto Rican. Bad Bunny's Puerto Rican.
Yep.
And
okay.
He's like the biggest modern superstar from the island of Puerto Rico in today's culture. Like he started a whole genre of, pretty much trap music, but in Spanish or whatever from Puerto Rico. So to me, it's kind of disingenuous to say you don't know who he is when he's done songs with Cardi B, he's done songs with Mia, MIA, like a lot of big Spanish shit. He might have a song with Tekashi 6ix9ine for all we know.
Well, he got a dress on. Shit, Young Thug had one on. Whoop de doo. Whoop de doo.
Yeah, so I mean, we're coming out of that culture where everybody was worried about the rainbow being short one color and whatnot. So I don't know. I get how people feel about shit. I just honestly believe the Spanish people need their spirits uplifted, and it's Buddy's turn.
I'm drinking at the Super Bowl anyway. I'm probably ain't even gonna be looking at it that much. I'm gonna be talking shit the whole time.
I mean, shit. It's a time.
I'm talking about cut waters on dick, boy.
Cut waters.
All I'm gonna say is, if you don't know no Spanish songs, go figure out some top 10 to go put in your playlist.
Listen, you don't need to. The beat is what's gonna get you.
That's what I'm saying. I was hearing the beats. I was like, oh, that's what, because I did go to a Spanish club one time.
Bro, you don't even need to know the song.
Bro, they party.
Gonna get you, bro.
Hey, you gonna need to know the fundamentals of Spanish. There's gonna be some thick Latinas running around.
Boy, I went in there, bro. I was like, I thought we partied. No,
they party the party.
It's different. That shit different.
6 a.m. Still partying, yeah.
I'm like, I did like this. I said, okay, it's about to slow down in a little bit. I had went to the car real quick. It was 3 o'clock in the morning. It was a big old line. I said, oh, they just got here.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I asked the person, I was like, hey, what time y'all close? They said, oh, it's 6 o'clock or whatever. I was like, damn.
Hey,
they'll get it.
Yeah, man. North America, all we know how to do is drink.
Oh, the motherfuckers can drink too, bro.
They drink better than us. That's the crazy thing.
They do.
Party, you gonna have to leave the confines of North America. Motherfuckers is partying.
Marcus, what you think about the situation?
I used to work at a.
I don't really. I don't listen to his music a lot, but I remember him being in Bullet Train. He's actually pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think. I think it'd be something different. I think it'll be cool. Like I know they're probably doing it because of all the stuff that's going on with the ice and things that are going on like that. But I do think it's a good mix up. I think. He's hella popular. So I know like when he had his concert here, I know people at work, then they sold that bitch out in hours. Yeah. So obviously he's pretty famous. So yeah, I think it'd be good.
Where is the?
I'll probably be so goddamn drunk by the time halftime. I wouldn't fucking know. I'll be looking at shit on fucking Instagram the next day. See what happens.
Ashley, what you got?
I think the same. I think the Spanish community needs it right now. They came through for us, like we mentioned with Kendrick. So I think that it's prime time for them, and I was supported. I like Bad Bunny. I don't understand a word he's saying, but I'm vibing to every song pretty much. And I think there's a lot of like younger kids too that really like his music. Like he's really known. I don't know. And I just want to say a little tidbit, okay? Because when the woman and the man were talking, and she was saying, that she doesn't understand because he's not really known or whatever. And then we have the man that was talking about whatever he was talking about, and then Charlie Kirk. I just find it really interesting how we can pick sides because she had an accent, which means she's people that we're trying to get rid of in America. So I was just a little confused how we're like, oh, that's totally fine. No judgment to her. I'm just saying we just pick and choose. If they agree with us, then it's like that's totally fine. But if they don't, then it's not. And I'm just like, that's weird because we're just picking people off the street with an accent. But whatever. I'm going too deep in it. I'm just being suspicious.
Yeah.
But they need it.
Yeah, she's like Australian.
Oh no, she's not from there.
Right. Yeah.
That's what she's saying. She got, hey,
Right.
you're not from here. Why are you talking about Charlie Kirk? Like, I'm kind of confused.
No.
Why they was talking
No. I totally respect what is the conversation. I just find it interesting when people who are in that group that feel away, but then pick and choose just because she agrees. But
I see what you're
if she
saying.
didn't agree, y'all wouldn't be talking to her. But she's not from here, so I just find that interesting as all.
How did they get on the subject of Charlie Kirk though? I was confused. I was doing
Yeah,
research.
I think they were just speeding past topics, and they just yeah.
We don't
that
have to bring
whole
that up.
network. So the whole network over there, her segment. Anytime you see her, it's a show called Lefties Losing It. So everything is like all her news topics are biased.
Oh,
pretty much
it's like popcorn, and they put it all together. Okay, I see.
Yeah, so it's Lefties Losing It is her thing, which it do be funny sometimes, but it's
it do
kind
be
of like
funny.
one side. It's kind of one-sided news.
That's what it seemed like. But yeah, I think it's great for him. I love it. I think it'll be big. I think a lot of people will watch.
And to answer your question, Matt, it's gonna be in California, in Santa Clara.
Yeah.
Oh, no wonder. Hold on, I thought it said New Orleans.
Huh?
Super Bowl.
New Orleans last year.
My bad. That's me. That's my bad. My bad.
Oh, I'm like, my shit tripping or what?
Yeah, New Orleans. Remember the whole thing was about Lil Wayne not being the one doing the halftime.
My bad, little brother.
Last year.
My bad, little brother. I fucked up your.
Ain't nobody checking for Lil Wayne, bro. Shout out to him though.
Nah, it's
like
in
an
California,
not just
Santa Clara.
But now, what I would say though, I think after those numbers with Amazon, after what he did on Amazon and how those numbers went up, I think it's definitely a money grab. They thought like he's the hottest thing popping right now, and especially all those concerts that he was doing over there in the DR. Well, I mean Puerto Rico.
Mm-hmm.
All those celebrities that he had coming over there, like LeBron James, is all the big top celebrities that come over to the concerts. I think he did 39 something concerts, something like that over there in Puerto Rico. So they're bringing a lot of money over there. So they see that he's hot over there. So it's only right, and it's a dope money grab to bring to the Super Bowl, and not only that, bring more visibility and bring a new demographic of viewers to the Super Bowl as well. So I think that's one of the reasons why they chose to bring Bad Bunny over too. It's like, listen, bro, this is gonna be solid for the NFL, because hate to say it, it's gonna be a lot of progressive viewers too, but it is what it is, and at the end of the day, it's all about the bottom line. It's all about the money that you're gonna bring in. So that's what Bad Bunny is gonna do. He's gonna bring in the bread, and so why not do it? I agree with it in the aspect. If you're looking at it from a money aspect of it, business aspect, yeah, absolutely. Bring him over, let him do his thing. I think his music is dope. Do I agree with the whole dress and shit? No, I don't. But hey, some of the music is fire though. I ain't gonna lie. I was listening. It was Saturday. I was just listening to nigga. We had the whole concert bumping up in here downstairs on Amazon. Nigga, I had the whole subwoofer shit going. Nigga, it could have been a concert in this goddamn house. That shit was going wild. So no, I get it.
Do y'all think like the Super Bowl crowd is a different demographic? That's the reason why they doing it. I don't think. To me, I think it's just a totally different demographic.
It depends on who makes it to the bowl.
True.
Well, I'm not even looking at that. I'm just saying it's like all the older people that was like when we was growing up, hardcore country music, this, that, and the third, blah, blah, blah. They kind of older. They're not doing all that traveling like that no more. Now the demographic that's there currently, that's around our age, 36 and whatever, we're more diverse with music. And I think when you could look at it from a data and data and analytical
shit.
I think they do their market research, and I think it's one of those things. They made a data-driven decision based off that, because if they keep looking at that and they seeing the demographic, and then they seeing what happened last year when everybody said, "Oh, don't nobody know Kendrick Lamar and all that stuff," but everybody was watching, they probably like, we probably got to switch it up a little bit and bring some more up-tempo kind of music and get everybody kind of like dancing and stuff, because lately it's just been on some chill shit
I
everywhere.
think everybody was just hating on Kendrick because Drake was on the hot seat at the
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that. I
Folks know
definitely
who
agree with
Kendrick
that.
is.
I think they just didn't get it. Like it wasn't meant for the people that didn't get it. Like
I was bumping that shit, nigga. I was in there singing to every song he was playing. You hear me?
I was in that big hell yeah, kid.
Foundations and everything. I understood it all. It was
But that's another thing too. Like even
Yeah,
if you're not from Cali, because I'm from New York, but at the same time, I grew up liking hip hop. We used to actively seek out underground music. So it's a lot of people that pop off and everybody like, oh, who's this new artist? Or they an overnight celebrity and blah. I was like, nah, bro, I've been bumping this dude for 9 years. Like, you ain't heard this mixtape, that mixtape, whoopie whoop.
Oh,
it's just like with Wayne. A lot of people that are Wayne fans don't necessarily like a lot of his album joints. They know him from the mixtape circuit. And that's why when, shout out to Wayne, but when you want to go perform at the Super Bowl, it's like, all right, it's cool and all. You got some hits, but
Wayne is horrible on stage, bro.
yeah, but
he's horrible.
He's also so multifaceted in music to where we don't want you to play a rap song and you just jump into your rock and roll album. Like, so we just need somebody that's gonna be consistent with what they gonna perform.
I say there's accumulation of different people. I think he'll be good in, but solo, I don't know.
Okay. Well, any final comments on it?
Hey man, shout out to my Spanish compadres. I know everybody be fighting everybody in this damn country, but hopefully we get back to one day everybody sticking together. The day we wake up and people realize it's a class war and it ain't got shit to do with all this tribalism and racism and all these other isms, it's gonna be a brighter day after the dust clears with that battle. But hey, did you see that joint? Did you see that?
Hey, look. Hey, put that up anytime somebody to start talking real smart. So look, I understand the proclivity of the situation. They got the proclivity.
You gotta put that up. We gotta beg your pardon.
We gotta beg your pardon. Get up here. Hold up. Hey, look. If we on a topic where a black dude dating a white girl, do it.
Do it. Oh shit. That's insane. But now, what I was gonna drive at is, did you see that shit that happened in Nepal?
Nah.
So I guess those dudes, they in the middle of some civil unrest.
Oh yeah, it's come down.
So they stormed the Capitol, they burnt buildings down, they flipped shit, everything, but they did it in a civil manner. Like, it was mayors and governors and whatever the equivalent is over there, whatever they call them.
Oh shit.
That they was fleeing from their homes in helicopters. Like, some dude left his wife behind because she was disabled, and they didn't do nothing to the wife. They literally took her out the bed, put her in a wheelchair. They delivered her to the hospital or whatever, but they was just letting it be known, like, hey, all these decisions that y'all make on Capitol Hill, we don't rock with in the streets. It's negative to us. So I'm gonna need y'all to get back to caring about the people. And yeah, they did a number on the city. But at the same time, they woke up the next day, and once they proved their point, they went back. Everybody was out in the street with a broom and shit, cleaning up.
That's
all
crazy.
the looting and stuff that they did.
Like
there was people that was like using it as an excuse to steal and stuff, and all the other members of the community was like, "Nah, all that stuff you stole, return it to them shops. That's them still mom and pop shops. Return that shit. This ain't about them. It's about the big people." So
look, let me ask you a question. Should we do one more topic or should we call it?
I'm with it, cuz. Look, I missed last week, so I'm with it. I gotta make up my time. I gotta make up my hours.
I look. So look, we'll bring up. I'll bring up one more topic. I wasn't gonna bring it up. Should I go with that one or should I do the pop the balloon one?
Both of them.
You said both of them.
He said both of them.
We live, baby.
He said both of them. All right, let me.
Hey, hold up. Hey, hold up, Raw, Shan. You said you were bumping some shit back in the boy. That deserve a pause, Shan. Word to mother. You said you was
bumping some shit.
You said you was bumping some nigga shit, son. Like you gotta be careful with those pauses, shit.
Shit, I'm gonna have to run that back in.
Word to mother, son.
Hold on, let me pull it. Let me pull it up. There.
Oh,
Are you talking about the underground music part?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
You see, I be bumping that nigga shit. I'm like,
I'm
yo,
definitely gonna have to put in
yo.
some work though and pick some people that are okay with that number, because that's a little steep. Before you go, I have a question. Have you had any trouble with finding someone that would
pop the belly? What? Screw the balloon.
Oh, do they know right off the bat though?
Boy, you finna get canceled.
Oh God, you about to get canceled, bro.
I ain't come looking for no mother because I live over here.
Okay.
We looking for love. We ain't looking for no mamas.
Boy,
All right, I love it. Okay, then. All right. So we definitely love to have you back. Okay.
Okay, appreciate y'all.
All right, let's bring out our next single gentleman.
Damn.
Hey, who that brick house on the?
I see one in a.
Let's just take a moment to look at what's going on here. I just want to take a moment. Look at what's going on.
I see one in a maybe. I don't know.
So and I guarantee I can point the one in the maybe out.
I don't know. I can
point the one in the maybe out 100%.
Yeah, the one in the
1050. All right, 1050.
Hey, but she dressing like she dressing like, you know.
Hold on. Because my favorite part of Pop the Balloon, do they do the shit the way Arlette do it? Does everybody get like a little intro when they start?
Nah,
yeah.
Oh no, they pop though.
Hey, let's run through the intro. Let's see the girls let's run through the intro real quick. That's the best part of Pop the Balloon.
Hi, I'm Candy, 160 Gang Girls. What the easy?
Oh, she got the auntie arms. Mm-hmm.
I know she can make some cornbread, boy.
From scratch. Ooh.
Hey, Clem, I'm just gonna say your name.
Hey.
Clem.
What that?
As long as she ain't got no waist trainer on, I'm with it.
Nah, fam, that ain't it. But she got a big forehead.
No, not this one.
She rocking.
Shit, me, you take them braids out. Oh yeah, that.
Hey, is it glitching on your side or that's me?
Yeah, it's stutter stepping.
Yeah. That's on your side, bro. You ain't stutter stepping over here.
Game tight diva.
She smoke black.
Yeah, she smoke black.
She be the first one to pop.
Hey, she got a good spirit.
I guarantee she the one with the highest expectations.
Oh shit.
She got a good spirit. Hey, how she look? Like, how she look? She like, she got a good spirit.
Good woman.
Okay, so that's it.
Listen, look, before we get, but I gotta say it though. This let you know the blueprint is always there. You can just turn the shit and make it your own. Everybody know where the Pop the Balloon shit started, but everybody is doing it now. It's just like the conversation with podcasting and everything else that you got on YouTube. Everybody can do it. You can just make it your own shit, and you can be successful at doing it. I don't even know who these people are, bro. I just randomly came up on it, and they got like 38,000 subscribers. I'm like,
I'd have tripped up on them before.
I've never. This is my first, bro. Today was the first time I've ever seen them.
Oh damn! Yeah, nah.
I kind of stopped watching Pop the Balloons, bro.
I done seen like 5 different African Pop the Balloons, like different countries.
Yeah,
it's a Jamaican one that go crazy.
That's what I'm saying. Like everybody, everybody following the blueprint, but everybody can grab success out of this shit. That shit is wild.
Then I seen like 2 from the UK. Them joints be going crazy too. You can understand them through their little lingo. All right, where that joint at?
All right, hold on.
good, how are you?
We gotta be accountable. Why he got this ponytail?
3.
He looked like he put that shit on. I think he put that shit on. He put it in that like backstage.
Nah, see what had happened was he
get
knew
real
he
quick.
was gonna be on Pop the Balloon, and he had booked to get his hair done, but then Shorty realized he was gonna be on Pop the Balloon, and she canceled on him. She don't want him to get no new bitches.
This shit.
I'm 38.
And
Now I'm a promoter, dance, I ride horses, train horses. Yeah, be dog, caregiver, all types of stuff, man. It's no stopping what I'm doing.
all right, you have any
This one on Atlantic cats.
Not biologically mine, but yeah, I have raised 4 kids, helped raise 4 kids, but they're not mine.
Okay. How do you feel about a young lady that does have children?
I'm cool with that. I'm all for the kids. Somebody got to do it.
Okay. All right, do you have a limit on how many children?
Nah.
Okay. What are some deal breakers for you?
Not being honest, integrity, you know, lack of effective communication. Like you can communicate, but that don't mean like you actually getting your point across. You know what I'm saying? You can talk all day long, but if I'm still not understanding, then
okay. Yeah. All right, so we do have a few pop balloons. We're gonna go and check it out, okay?
All right, let's do it.
All right, beautiful. Can I get your name and age?
Shantae, 36.
And what do you do?
I'm a senior member engagement coordinator.
All right, and why'd you pop your balloon?
He does look like a promoter. He does. And the hair. And although I'm a cosmetologist as well.
What about the hair? We don't like long hair?
I don't like long hair. But he's fine. He's nice looking. Beautiful eyes.
Thank you. Thank you.
Is she someone that's your type?
Yeah, I'll talk to her. I would approach. Yeah, I approach.
I told y'all the gentleman, they always be like, I love it. Okay.
It's the skin tone.
Is it skin tone?
For shit show.
All right, beautiful. Can I get your name and age?
Ashantier, and I'm 42.
And what do you do?
I am a psychotherapist to high-performing people of color with ADHD.
A psychotherapist. The bitch just like a fucking.
I'm tripping off the 42 part. You 40, man. All right.
She's a psychotherapist, just like a fucking a goddamn mermaid.
I don't care about none of that. Run that back. The psychotherapist and what?
Let me go back.
And what do you do?
I am a psychotherapist to high-performing people of color with ADHD.
All right. And why'd you pop your balloon?
He just presented a lot younger than when I found out his age. And then I was like, well, maybe we both wouldn't be each other's type. So I just saved us time and popped the balloon. Yeah.
Is she just pulling back?
Yeah, she definitely
did. I don't know if he agrees. Is she someone that's your type?
That's his type.
Yeah, I don't trip on age. I prefer more mature women because you know the intellect, intelligence, class. You know, yeah, it can teach me something. I don't mind learning. I really like learning, wisdom, knowledge. Yeah, that's sexy.
Yeah, bro. Say less, less if you can.
Yeah.
All right, love. Can I get your name and age?
I'm Lauren. I'm grown.
And what do you do?
I'm an entrepreneur, content creator, owner cosmetic line. I can't help it. What in the FIFA 4 from Flintstone is going on with this outfit? Like real talk, we was told to dress up as if we was going on a date, and we would not be able to go anywhere that I want to eat with this going on. And your hair is just not giving. I'm just almost upset as if like you just really didn't put no effort into this. Like we really, I know I.
You remember earlier when I said like chicks be like dope as hell until they start talking?
Yeah,
this is exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
this is exactly what I'm talking about, bro.
Yeah,
exactly what I, bro. Literally to the T. Like if they just be quiet, you probably don't know how they are. They fine, this, that, and third, look pleasant. You get on a date with her and she start talking like that, you be like, all right, bro.
I got to go.
I'm about to go use the bathroom.
Yeah. Everything was smooth. Everything was smooth until she started going too crazy. I'm like, all right, bro. You were straight. You know what I'm saying? Everything was looking good, pretty teeth and everything. And after that, you started talking too much. You started going in. You could have just kept it where it was like, nah, I'm good. Even just to comment alone, I'm grown. Shorty, it don't take all of that. Just say what you got to say. Look, I'm a content creator. Say your tag like they normally do, and just say, "Nah, I'm just not attracted." Keep it pushing, bro.
And the number one thing, Courtney, bro, she lame as hell because that opening joke, bro, was lame, bro. She like, what's going on with this E54 phone? What the Flintstone? I was like, bro.
My thing is, you came on Pop the Balloon, so you have to disclose. I ain't gonna say you have to, but a part of your metrics is you disclosing your age.
Facts.
So that's where she did blow me when she was like, "I'm grown." Like, man, we don't give a fuck if you grown or not.
You're right.
What you think? I'm grown.
First of all, numerical rotation on the planet of Earth.
Right.
No, hey, another thing, Courtney. You remember I said a lot of women don't mature after a certain age.
Yep.
She been saying that same line since she was 15. I'm grown.
100%.
Yeah.
No, that's
I'm
fact.
No adult finds that shit. No adult finds that shit attractive. As soon as you fucking start talking, I would turn around.
Facts.
Imagine my stupid ass talking about, hey, first of all, ladies, I'm grown.
They rebuttal probably gonna be, I hope so. Yep.
Yeah, they eat that shit up.
Stupid I did an effort to make a good impression, and I just don't feel like you cared, and that kind of wasted my time. So I'm a little upset.
That's a busy. Where you like to go? Where you like to go?
It don't matter. We're not going.
That's cool.
Damn, she mean as hell, bro.
I'm actually watching this thing.
Not now. Of course, he's gonna say no. It don't matter because you was not it from the get go.
God damn.
Why is she not your type?
Attitude.
Wash your hair.
Does he look like a snake?
Did you say wash your hair?
Yes, it's stuff in the back of his hair.
She just
definitely wash it, but okay, maybe be grease. All right, cool.
That's insane.
We all got.
Hey,
I look. Listen,
he do look like he smoke a lot though.
Let me be objective about it. My nigga did come unprepared though. Like, gee,
he did, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
Come on, man. Like, look how you showing up. Nah, that ain't it. My nigga, if you wasn't gonna come, at least be halfway decent. Get a line up, get your shit faded up real quick. If you gonna have the ponytail, at least have your shit crispy looking. Nigga, you got your goatee looking like a goat. Your shit under your fucking chin. Nah. I understand it. I get it. Shorty shouldn't have went that hard, but
she went in on her.
Yeah, she could have been like, nah, I'm not my type. I mean, you're not my type. You know, I like a guy that's a little more presentable. I don't get what you got going on right now.
What do you think if a dude was talking to a girl like that? I think most dudes be like, "Yo, bro, you going too hard." Or they may be laughing like.
Not even that. See, it's like you know how you be at the bar or the club and you see a dude talking to her like how he dressed up, and y'all be like, he ain't getting that number.
Yeah, that's a fact. Walking on the he ain't finna get that at all.
He definitely not getting that one.
Like, I like your confidence, but nigga, you ain't finna get that. That's all.
Right. That boy said, he looked like he got right out the bed from being at the club last night, and he was late. He like, oh shit, I gotta go to Pop the Balloon.
Hey, but if a dude was going on a girl talking shit about her head and all that stuff like that, talking about her shoes, whatever, I think a lot of people probably be like, yo, that ain't cool. Unless you deserved it. Unless you was talking
and that's the thing though. They'll pretty much demonize the dude for doing it, but for her, they're like, they're gonna queen.
Yep.
Man, nah, bro.
It's kind of fucked up. And not even the host, because when Arlette used to do it and the dude kind of got sideways, she would kind of stop him. But when a girl goes, they just let him go.
Thanks.
Like it's all good.
But I'm not.
Yeah, that's what be making that one trash.
I'm done.
Yeah.
I mean, you said what you said, and you lined it up. We're gonna go on down to the next one. All right, beautiful. Can I get your name and age?
I'm Mickey Fox, and I'm 45.
And what do you do?
I am unemployed. I just got released from prison, so I don't work.
She's in prison?
Yep.
And why'd you pop your balloon?
Because he actually looks like a felon, and I'm good with that.
What?
Bro,
that's what's up.
That don't make no sense.
Wait, what? What she said?
No, hold on. Courtney. Bro, she said that she was a felon.
That's what I'm saying.
He actually
she got a prison.
She said what, bro?
She said she just got out of prison, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. God damn. I don't. Well, what she said didn't make no sense. She said you look like a felon. I'm cool with that. But she popped a balloon.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
What is the look of a felon?
Okay, I will say this. I have teenage sons who understand etiquette and they understand, like, we were told to dress like we're going to a fancy restaurant, and I just don't think he understands that world. And so it just kind of doesn't give me, like, we would never be able to go anywhere. We're definitely not personality matched, and I don't think that we are like mentally matched. So I mean, he's a child of God. God love you, you know, and God gives second chances like he did for me. But I just wouldn't.
Is she someone that's your type?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Thank you.
She cool.
Thank you.
All right, let's go back down. Did anyone pop? Yeah. It's a lot going on. Come on, babe. All right, love. Can I get your name and age?
I am Natalia. I'm
Bro,
40
she got
years old.
issues, bro.
And what do you do?
I'm a teacher in
Black dress.
All right,
Yeah,
and
bro.
you
She
had to
look
go
like
unpop for a little bit, right? Yeah, cause
she had a rough life.
honestly, I have a thing for hair. I like hair. I'd braid it up and twist it up and do all that good
Yeah,
stuff.
she want to be
Yeah.
center attention.
And
I
my
don't know how she think any dude would fucking dig with that. Like,
from over
would
there.
like that shit.
That's it.
She digging all in her nails, bro. What?
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, where's your bro? Where's your elegance? You claim it, bro. You a great actor, and barely. I ain't gonna even say great actor. You're a horrible actor. You got the makeup on, like you got everything going on. You got the dress and everything going on. But look at you. Look how you behaving. Look how you acting right now. But you grown though, right?
I'm grown.
But you grown. All right.
No, it's not shallow.
And
I get
also-
what you're saying as it got
and
closer.
Also, like she said, we did receive instructions, and it specifically said men no jeans. So I didn't wear my jeans because I thought that applied to all of us.
Yeah. I'm gonna say one thing. Last time I came up here, I came in a suit.
Okay.
I wasn't comfortable. I'm not comfortable in the suit.
All right.
Now, regardless,
Get
of the
comfortable
fact,
in it, nigga.
hey, that's what you want. Yeah, I throw that shit on. But hey, say we going, we stepping out, put on the suit. I'm gonna obey that. I'm gonna obey that. Put on the suit.
Right, but we
I
got
did what the
specific
best,
instructions to come to this. So
Yeah.
that's an initial instruction, and you just
That's
I
what's
don't,
up.
you just was like, well, you know what? I'm gonna be me regardless. You know, like when you go to a job interview and they say, hey, come with your resume, come with, the qualifications that you need, and you like, man, I'm coming as me. I don't need to bring my qualifications. Sometimes you do. Your first
feel that.
impression is like the most important. Just my opinion.
No, that was very well put. Definitely get it.
God damn.
Boy, they
You're falling
going
behind in
fucking
physics
crazy
class
over that shit.
because you can't quite grasp string theory. You can just
They
ask
all-
Google to help wrap your head around every dimension. So come on, ask away. There's no
They
space
don't
time
want
to
to
waste.
let you skip it at all either.
That's a hate crime.
That bitch said,
Is she someone that you're type?
She cool.
Okay, let's go down to the next one. All right, babe. So you had your balloon. You was holding on to it. What happened? We popped.
I was trying to give him a chance, but I just found myself thinking about how I could improve him, and I don't really want to have to build
Build a bear?
and already come correct.
He gonna say she ain't
I
my
was like,
type.
oh, I could braid his hair. We could go shopping. I can get him a new.
That's a
I
shot.
don't want to have to do that. So
Is she someone that you're
Yeah,
type?
at least she tried though, bro.
She cool. They all beautiful, man. They all made valid points. You know what I'm saying?
I said at least she tried.
Yeah.
All right, and we had one back
He
here.
came up got two
Here's my
dudes.
thing. I just need niggas to stop lying. Niggas be like, man, they all beautiful. No, they ain't. Like, bro, no, they ain't. I'm not finna do that. All of them are not beautiful. I gotta call a spade, bro. They may call me crazy. They may call me, no, they're not. All of them.
All right, babe. You had it for a minute too, and you popped. So what happened with you?
Once he got to a couple of other people and they acknowledged that he didn't come dressed appropriately, I was looking for you know what? Yeah, y'all right. They did tell me, but he did give that explanation as you went to someone else that popped. So, but that was after I pop mine.
So you're looking for that accountability.
Yes.
He do look like a felon,
I
though.
said one more
I'm not
thing.
gonna-
Yeah, like I said, definitely all my type. So the only place, even though the search said fancy restaurant, just the TV, we can't go nowhere but a fancy restaurant. That's the only thing we can do. That's the only thing we can do.
No.
Okay. I just want to
I
make
mean,
sure.
I
I get it.
will
I
say
didn't follow the instructions. Yeah.
And she just didn't follow it.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care what you said, do. I'm gonna do what I want to do. You kind of feel a little way about that.
Yeah.
You know, especially if you're telling her something
I'm
to.
keep it a book. I ain't never been to a fancy restaurant. I'm just like her. You was right. I'm a
I will
felon.
say this though. What I did like that I heard about him.
I mean, I'm saying for us, I'm talking
One
about
at a
for us a
time.
felon.
What I did like is that he mentioned multiple things
Nah.
that he does, so I know that he's
They had to
a
clip that
hustler,
out.
and that any family that he's with, because he has to get up and go about himself. He's mentioned training horses and being a promoter and doing all these other things. So he seems like the type of person that will make sure that his family is straight. He gonna get out and get it.
Thank you.
All right, it's going back down. All right, so you have been on the show before, and you did come in a suit last time, and you're saying that you just weren't comfortable. So how do you feel this went this round?
I should put back on that suit.
This nigga has still messed up, bro. What the fuck going on?
I think, hey, bro, I gotta go with the women on this one.
I agree.
The more I'm watching, I'm like, this is the type of dude they be like. You can see, you know what? I ain't gonna say nothing. I'm gonna be on the brother code. He's a well dressed young man.
Nah, I ain't gonna be on no brother code. I'm gonna hold nah. Hell nah, bro. Nah, this nigga don't represent us. Nope. Hell nah. That suit ain't looking a little bit different. Cool. I like the black on black, but then you fuck it up with the hair part because shit look messy, bro. He thought he was fresh to death too.
He got that chopper suit on.
He said that chopper suit.
That chopper suit.
See y'all wilding right now.
Yeah, he thought he was fresh to death. You hear me?
R.I.P. to the game because I'm fresh to death.
Nah, bro, fuck all that. Nah, he good on that. He can.
Welcome back, Snow.
I know, bro. What it is, Snow? What's good with you?
I ain't seen
you
about
been at?
11 years.
Where the hell you been at, Snow? Fucking around, huh? But look, make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe for the algorithm. Make sure I hit that bell notification, man.
I was out here doing recon on all these Instagram profiles.
You said you doing recon?
Yeah. Hey, I ain't gonna hold you. Shorty ain't got no waist trainer on though.
Who? Black dress?
Yeah, that shit crazy.
He said Rob told on me for speeding.
Oh Lord.
Oh Lord. So look, I want to go to this final topic though, because I thought this was solid.
She done met with Wallow. Yeah, he was out of her league anyway. My fault.
Who did?
Black dress got a picture on her profile with Wallow.
Oh Lord, I like that background, man.
She in the scene.
No,
She outside.
No wonder she had, but yet and still she's still on Pop the Balloon. All right.
Oh shit! Neighbors know my name. She got one with Trey Songz. Oh yeah, it's over with, bro. Fella, he wasn't gonna be with that no way.
Oh yeah. So yeah, what's she doing on there? That man, listen, she flexing.
It was marketing for her.
Yeah, I guess so.
She out here with Lil Flip. Oh yeah, it's over with.
Yeah, she done for. So let's go ahead and get into it, man. Let's listen to this and see what this chick talk about.
Oh Lord.
Yes, I am pregnant. Pregnant with my 6th child. This is gonna be my 4th baby daddy. Yes, it's true. It's true. Yes, I
beg your pardon.
am. I'm living out of my car. I'm living out of hotels. I'm living from pillar to post. Okay, I have no job. Yes, I have no job. Okay, we listen and we don't judge. I have no job. I'm 35 years old, living out of my car, pregnant, not with the baby daddy, by myself.
all day.
Could life get any worse?
On the block.
Possibly. I mean, I could step out tomorrow and get hit by a car. And then we're in the hospital. Shit, that would not be good. So the next time somebody comes to my comments asking me questions, refer back to this video. Yes, I know I'm old as okay. Got a hell of a lot of kids. I'm homeless. And I'm broke. But guess what? I'm still alive and I'm living and I'm grateful and I can see and I can hear and I can smell and I can enjoy my babies. And I'm living and I'm healthy. I have my health. So yes, it's hard. My life's a mess. But the great thing about being at the bottom is the only way up is up, huh?
Not if you keep making babies.
Fam.
Bro, that's crazy. So like she got 6 kids, 4 baby daddies, not with the last one. She living in a car. She got kids in the backseat. She homeless, and she's currently pregnant. That's a lot of bad decisions. And she made a video and said, "We listening, dude. Don't judge."
I'm judging 100%. I'm 100%. I'm 100% judging.
That's a lot, bro.
You got 4 baby daddies. You got 4 baby daddies. You mean to tell me out of all them 4 baby daddies? Listen, I don't even care about the fact of helping. Why you ain't sending them kids to the daddies, bro?
No, this is a crazy thing. You homeless.
And you got your kid in the seat.
And you still got knocked up. Where were those 6 children while you was getting knocked up with the new one?
Well,
you see what I'm saying?
They have support systems.
Of course they do.
I'm pretty sure she got some, bro. There's no way, bro. Because she got the phone.
Here's a bigger question. Do y'all truly believe that this chick is homeless, or she just trying to use that as a reason to get some more money, get people in her cash out?
I think what you just said.
I think she's homeless on paper.
Yeah, she homeless on paper, but she making her money doing exactly this. Because you know the sister code gonna do it.
I think she has somewhere she can lay her head if she absolutely wants to, but she might not have a residence tied to her name. So when she says this, she's actually still being truthful to a varying degree. But I mean, even if you bouncing from Motel 6 to Motel 8 and all this other stuff, you still had time to get cracked. So I'm sure with the condition of the inside of that car, she wasn't bouncing in front of that steering wheel. So
bro. I think at this point it's hard to believe a lot of individuals that's on TikTok today, because there's a homeless. I just gotta call a spade a spade. A homeless person don't look like that.
Nah, she got her hair done. Like now it's like back in the day before social media and all that, Cash App and all that stuff. Homeless people used to act homeless on the street. They was out here really working. Now you can just do it online. You can do it online now.
Yeah.
You had the brick lady with the Cash App. Y'all saw that, right?
Oh yeah, she
facing 8 years.
Yeah, facing 8 years.
Oh yeah,
for fraud, scamming and stuff. So it's like all that stuff going on. You got a lot of people out here saying they lost their job, they did this, they were treated unfairly. They are bringing, racism. I was kicked out my apartment because of racism and all that type of shit. And then they get that money and they be doing their own thing. They start even using the unaliving of their children for a come up now.
Yep.
Crazy.
I still don't. Yeah, I don't understand that at all, bro. I don't understand it at all.
I'm going through her page. got court in 4 days.
Court for what?
Who? This girl?
I guess, yeah. Or I guess probably today. It said 4 days ago she posted court in 4 days. So who knows?
What's she going to court for?
I ain't listening to nothing. I just seen.
Oh.
I had to go do some recon to see if she truly homeless or what's going on. So I was diving through.
And so, but you said what? But what she was going to court for?
I didn't listen to it. I just.
Oh, you on her page?
Yeah, I was going through because I'm like, okay, she said, like the latest video up there is court.
The 4 days to court joint.
Yeah.
Let's see what she hitting for.
DA, fuck them. Free the real out the pen. I miss them, I love them. Hoes, fuck them. Niggas, fuck them.
Look at me, look at me. You looking?
Yeah, she got a lot of music. I don't know, cause it's a video over here. She in the house. She in the house with the kids running in the background.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like you feel me?
That's why I had to go do a recon. I'm like, hold on.
And I'm like, yeah. He said he loved you, and you believe that. Try to troll me.
Find something you can hold on.
I don't know no homeless people inside of a jumping house, bouncy house.
She finessing, bro. That's what I told you.
Oh, she in a bathroom? Yeah, no, I ain't going.
Huh? You so fine.
Unless she recently got evicted in the last 4 days. I ain't going. So unless she got evicted in the last 4 days, I ain't going.
Yeah. Yeah.
I swear, y'all, this rug just ties my living room in perfectly.
Some of y'all did not deserve me in your life, and it'll never happen again.
Yeah, bro. She finessing, bro. 100%. She finessing 100%. And what was this other video though? So let's recap on. Let's recap real quick. What was the other video at? Was she talking about she was homeless? So right here. Let's see.
I'm saying she in the house.
So yes, you're not pissing me off with your new bitch. You and your new bitch look like brothers.
He took my kids from me. You guys literally keep asking me, where's your baby daddies? Why are your baby daddies not helping you? How could you be going through this? You have all these baby daddies and they're not helping you. Okay, so let me break it down, okay? My first baby daddy, which was my husband, cheated on me throughout our whole relationship. I got the balls and I cheated on him back. We got married. There was more infidelity, blah, blah, blah. We broke up. Mind you, I always had the kids. Always. Hi, baby. I always had the kids. But once we broke up the last time, he got with this chick. And she helped him devise a plan to take my children away from me. It was the most hardest thing. I don't think I've ever recovered from that, honestly, truly. But yeah, that's what happened with that. By the way, he's married to the lady now, and him and I were just fucking around like 4 months ago. Yes, I know what you're thinking, Lid. How could you do that? I was in desperation mode. I just wanted my kids back, and I thought fucking with the man who did me the worst in my life was the best way to do that. It was stupid. It was dumb because now he's cut me off again since the wife found out. And it's just a big mess. But anyway, I don't want him. Like I said, it was just solely about getting my kids back in my home. And that's why I thought that was a good idea to do. And yeah, and by the way, he was given my kids. He was given primary custodial with no proof of drug use. So don't find my comments being like, oh, well, you must. No, I wasn't on drugs. I had my own place. I was doing very well for myself at the time. I just didn't have a lawyer. So the judge gave him my kids. So ladies, be careful because it could happen. Okay. It could happen. It happened to me. Okay. So baby daddy number 2. He was like a clout chaser. I met him and he like grabbed, like when I met him, he found out that I was somebody on YouTube because I have a big YouTube following, you guys. That's where I come from. He found that out, and he pretty much clout chased off of me, used me for that. Anyway, along all of the mess, because he tried to drag me and he tried to go on there and expose me, and it was a big fucking mess. Okay. During that big mess, I ended up pregnant with my son Angelo, and I love him to pieces, and I'm so happy that I have him. But anyway, that was a mess. And guess what, girls? He ended up with a 65-year-old subscriber of mine. Okay, now baby daddy number 3. I love him. He's her dad. He has always helped me. He's not in her life because he has a whole different life than me. We met, we fell in love, and we had my baby. It was short-lived, but he's still around. He still helps as much as he can. And yeah, but he doesn't give me drama. He doesn't give me problems. He's the one that I get along with. So shout out to him. Love you. But yeah, he's cool. Baby daddy number 4. Okay, so he's locked up. Locked up, they won't let him out. No, he is he's a bad person. But anyway, it was just one of them nights. The sea broke. The sea definitely broke. And I was, I had precautions going on. I was not homeless at the time. Finding out that I was pregnant while I'm homeless is extremely crazy. But yeah, I was not homeless. People were like, how could you impregnate a homeless chick? I was not pregnant. I mean, I was not homeless at the time. And I found out I was pregnant a couple weeks ago, or a week or so ago, whatever. But anyway, he's in jail. So yeah. I don't have the best pick in men. I already know that, especially, any of them. But it is what it is. We live and we learn, and we try to teach our daughters better,
But apparently you ain't learned shit. Like, what are you talking about?
Bro,
She got another video where she said how she got homeless though. Like,
I don't know, bro.
On my soul, I'm pretty than a motherfucker.
Yo soy limpia.
I don't give.
Y'all hoes gotta make up shit to convince yourself.
And stop asking me what I do.
I know.
She ain't saying nothing.
Are you tired of nothing beats?
yeah, never mind.
You know what
Yeah, ain't nothing showing that she ain't saying nothing in regards to how she got homeless.
One thing I will say to her, props to her for taking her health seriously. I did go back a little bit into the page, and when she was married to that first dude, she was actually like a hefty woman. She was real rounded out everywhere. So, I mean, props to her to slim it down. I mean, I don't know where all these tattoos and stuff came from. That kind of
how
what?
How the new chick, which is now her first baby daddy wife, devised the plan so he could take the kid. Your kid. Some other lady devised a plan to take your kid. That's crazy.
I ain't gonna get into all that.
But y'all know how some chicks is, bro. They don't never tell the whole thing.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah,
but I mean, she broke up with Buddy and then she glowed up to a varying degree. At least she got back fit. All these tattoos do look type crazy though, because she didn't have all those back then. Well, at least like all the face joints and whatnot. So I guess this is a part where we insert our resident sisters and they recommend therapy to her. But
yes. This is the moment where I will agree with Ashley. She needs some fucking therapy. She need that. Her, yes, 100%.
You're like, damn, it's so bad. I'm gonna go ahead and recommend it. Goddamn.
Fam, listen, bro. That right there, 6 kids, 4 baby daddies. Fam, that's yes. She 100% needs it. She 100% needs
that.
Because now you got other lives at stake that you got to worry about. You got other kids. You got other kids that you worrying about. You on TikTok telling people that you homeless. Ain't you pregnant, nigga? Yeah, all right. Nah.
No,
nah. But guess what though, y'all? Y'all want to know something crazy? There's always gonna be a Poppy Chulo that's gonna be ready to come save them. Always a Yada that's gonna come save them. 100%.
Yeah, I don't know this. I just wish she. I mean, unless you gotta go to her YouTube or something, but I wish she'd dive into her definition of homeless, because from that video to, like, 4 days till court or whatever, like, I don't know if it's a custody battle for court and whatnot, but in between there, she's still doing like she has brand videos and stuff where she's promoting products, and it looks like she's in a comfortable, humble abode that doesn't look like a hotel or a motel. So I don't know if like a friend is letting her use the space to still pop her stuff or what. I don't really want to assume, because she already got 6 delicate situations going on as is. Because I mean, she trying to still be there for her kids. It look like.
Yeah.
She got the videos with the kids. They all look happy. So
yeah, that's
I'm
still,
not.
it's still wild, bro.
But it's just, yeah, I don't understand.
It's finesse.
It could be, but the thing is, if you was YouTubing so long to where you had a successful YouTube, how do you as a successful YouTuber go homeless? Like, did you get an eviction on your record to where you can't sign documents to get a new spot, or like what's going on? That's kind of what I want backstory on.
I mean, if you're a successful YouTuber in that sense, you know what I'm saying, and let's just say that she is making decent money from YouTube in itself, right? Because at the end of the day, once you post videos up on YouTube, that shit is there forever until you delete it, right? So she's probably making money from it. So either one of the two things is popping off. Either she don't know how to manage her money properly, or she finessing. That's only 2 options you got.
She probably was, but she had all them kids. It's hard to run YouTube and you got 6 damn kids.
That's true.
Nah, you could just create a family lifestyle channel. It's
facts.
Facts. I'm not shit. Them kids gonna just have to become a part of the content. Like,
Man, you know how hard that is to record and edit and all that stuff, and with all them doing all them kids all at the same time.
It's hard, but you should figure it out.
Doing one takes. Stop editing.
He said, "Look,
Real.
say that shit."
Real. But you're gonna have to pull the whole IRL streamer. I'm gonna have to bring you into my life. I don't want to edit, so therefore I just gotta bring you into it. Like, listen, you gonna get whatever you get, and whatever I post that's just gonna be the raw aspect of it. You just gonna see everything.
It's crazy, bro.
Yeah, I don't understand it, bro. Like, I'm just stuck on 6 kids, 4 baby daddies. You ain't learned your lesson, bro.
Like, they always want to tell men we need to have dick discipline, but like, why the men that ain't got dick disciplines keep on finding women to go raw in? And then you got 6, you got 4 baby daddies, but like she got discipline. It's just the men fault that be going in her raw. Like, that's the logic we be hearing all the time.
Yeah. And even though I would still hold some men's feet to the fire, like, hey fam, like, what you got going on, bro? Like, you already see that she
got 6 kids.
She already look unstable as it is. So why you busting in a dog? Leave that shit alone, bro. Like, what you doing? That's some toxicity right there. It's like, bro, that's trauma. That's therapy needed.
Her YouTube. Let's see.
We said, what's the they in your question? What do you mean they? What do you mean they, Michaela?
What's the they in your question? Oh, I guess she meaning like they when we like women are they?
Well, when you say, well, you got to look at it like this, Michaela. When we talk about they, it's one of we operate on the aspect of if it don't apply, let it fly. So if you know that you don't fit in that category in the generalities of what we're speaking in, then you know that we aren't talking about you. Just as vice versa, if we speak about a certain demographic of men and we know that some of us don't fit that category, then we just let that fly by. If you know you don't fit that category, then you know we're not talking about you because we know everything is an absolute.
I would love to marry you is wild.
Who said that?
So on her
Poppy
YouTube,
Chulo on her comments.
On her YouTube, he was just live 9 hours ago. And somebody in the comments, because you know, like once you close YouTube, sometimes if it's a live, you can still go back and pull it up and open the live chat too.
Yeah.
Somebody said, I would love to marry you. I stay in Troy, North Carolina.
There's always one. I told you.
If it was me, I'd treat you like a queen. How long till my blinds? Man, yo.
We did I not just say that there's always gonna be somebody.
But the thing is, she's sitting in that room again, so I don't know. She went live. It's clothes on the rack and everything.
Facts, Michaela. Facts.
Nah, man, let's put all of them in the same boat, bro. They put all of them in the same boat because on one hand, you know, if you get into it with one chick, right, one black woman, because you don't like how she is, all the black women say, well, you must hate black women. So they putting all themselves in the same boat.
But she got 122,000 subscribers. So
You got 122,000 subscribers. Nah, ain't no way you broke. Nah.
I'm not understanding the homeless pitch.
Yeah, nah, that's cap. Ain't no way you homeless. You finessing.
Even that stream from a couple hours ago, it got 9,000 views on it.
Oh yeah.
All her streams.
She know what she doing, bro. She know
all
you
the
got
main streams on her shit is 8K or more on average.
It ain't doing nothing on the live stream.
I'm just sitting here just doing random stuff.
I mean, but women can get away with that because shit, ain't nobody tuning in to us just sitting there.
But here's look, but here's the thing. I'm not.
You gotta do a backflip in the third.
Here's the thing. I'm not even hating on it. I ain't hating on it. I'm like, hey, get your bread. You feel me? But how you homeless though? That's my question. How you homeless? that's my ultimate question. How you homeless? If that's even a real thing.
I'm just saying that's a big
Let's
room.
get 100 likes. The quicker y'all get them, then we could talk. We could talk.
Oh, she got that voice. We can talk. Y'all remember that video? Y'all remember that? I don't know if y'all saw that video, bro. Well,
Wait, you could open the live chat and fast forward through it, and you see all sorts of people in the comments just.
Man, who you calling boy? She said, "Don't even start, boy."
Oh yeah, she's still on mute. I keep thinking I'm on mute. Let me see. Say hi, mama. Can't wait to hear you. TikTok. So beautiful, queen.
Who's that?
She getting super chats.
I'm pretty sure she do.
I didn't even look to see she got super chats. Like,
She found her way to make some money. Goddamn, can't hate on her.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I ain't hating on it at all. It's just the fact that how you homeless? That's my ultimate question. That's gonna be my ultimate question. How you homeless?
Finessing.
What's up with the sounds?
Yeah, fast forward a little bit. Then go look at the comments.
Thank you for giving me 142 likes. I'm not worried about shit. Today I went into court. I was worried. I was worried. The only thing I
ain't worried about shit.
Was losing time.
I was worried.
Other than that, I don't give a fuck about nothing. I don't give a shit about nothing, bro. Everything in life has been given to me. And everything else, I don't give a fuck. And that's just that on that. The people who understand.
What?
Oh, so
She said going outside for a cigarette. You coming? No,
she one of
I gotta
those
pee.
type of content creators.
But
They just
what I do want to say is,
they
you
just get the
bitches
video and
prayed
just
on
be
my
just
down.
talking and just saying nothing.
I want to stress that you bitch, not my supporters.
drunk.
I love you guys. I got a lot of messages today telling me, Liv, I love you. I wish you the best. I love you. I love all of my supporters. Like,
Oh
down.
yeah, they flooding the cash
I
out.
love you
100%.
guys. I didn't respond to none of y'all. Okay, let me be real with y'all because I was just thinking about my babies in that moment. That's all I gave a fuck about was my kids. And if I'm not in their life, who's going to be in their life? Who's going to call Robin and let her know what's happening with her mama? Who's going to be here with Christian? Who's going to be here with AJ? Who's going to be here with Kalani, with Ryan? I don't give a fuck about none of this extra shit. I don't care. It does nothing for me. I don't care about the nigga, his thirsty ass. I don't care about none of that.
She drunk.
All I care about is being a mother and being with my babies. So
it was a custody case.
You know, I didn't have any time to respond to you guys today, but I got all your messages. But all you bitches who praying on my downfall, bitch, keep praying, ho. Because the bitch is still here. And
see, the dude can use this for
everything
court.
went as God's plan.
Yep. Mandela exists beautiful.
Yeah, they in them comments tough.
Yeah,
but
live tip.
Thank you, baby. Thank you for keeping me in your prayers and your minds. I appreciate
Got somebody
you.
right here. RTVM. You single?
Any other questions or?
Man, this junk crazy, bro. It's rough out here, ain't it?
Yes, I'm trying for you. Thank you. I appreciate all the prayers. I really try to get 10K views on my vlogs. And if I'm not getting that, we cutting the vlogs. I'm just telling you right now, right here.
What she said?
She don't get 10K views, she cutting them. Yeah, what's that? That room look clean, man. Carpet all fresh.
That's what I'm saying. Don't no homeless person live like that.
I mean, I didn't mean to go. I didn't mean to go on a recon mission, but
Hey, he said I had to do some research. Hold on, G.
I'm gonna see how much y'all love the vlogs, because I'm not the one that's gonna keep giving y'all vlogs after vlogs after vlogs, and y'all just bypassing them and misstepping them. Now y'all finna watch my vlog. I want to have 10K views on my vlogs. If I can get 10K views on my lives, there's no reason why I can't get 10K views on my vlogs. And if I'm not getting that,
you lose all your hair, bro. You lose all your hair living with her, bro.
Yeah, I'm good on that, fam.
You lose all your hair living with her, bro. Your ass will go crazy.
Giving up the baby for adoption. I don't know. She got.
Yeah, I'm good on that. Yeah, she can have. Yeah, she can have all of that, big dog. Nope. It's a no for me. It's a no for me, dog. Nope. But
You know, she got 3 other spinoff channels. Hey,
she got 3 other spinoffs.
I'm gonna just get up out of
here. You know what, man? Let me get off this damn thing, man. Because
this joint thing, one got 25.1K subscribers, one got 6.3. Then look like she did one for one of her kids. And that's at 2.06K subscribers. Yeah, let me quit fucking being a detective.
Shorty, get your money, man. That's how. Listen, if y'all finna get finessed by this chick, bro, then y'all deserve it. Cause ain't no way in hell. That's that. Like if you finna get finessed, bro, just you got it. Do your thing.
No, that's facts. Cause that was kind of wild. I hope she secures somewhere to stay, so you know she could keep being a good role model to her kids. Cause at the end of the day, she got kids, so they're gonna look up to her first before outside influences.
Yeah.
So she needs to get back right.
Can you do
as
something
fast as possible? But yeah, I don't know. I'd have to go deeper into pause, but I'd have to dive. I have to do some research to see what this basis of homelessness really is. But right now, it just seems like a content pitch.
Yeah.
Like, oh, let me just keep a suitcase in the car and drive across town, go park in the parking lot at Walmart and do a stream real quick, type shit.
But at the end of the day, it is what it is, bro. So look, man, make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe for the algorithm. Make sure y'all hit that bell notification, man. Listen, man, we appreciate y'all for coming in, tapping in with us. So I know y'all normally see us on the Courtney Edgar show, but what I did is I created a new branded page, which is specifically all going to be Banter and Barter stuff. So the live streams, the clipped up videos, the shorts, and everything is going to be on this page. So make sure y'all subscribe to this channel as well. I will be going live tomorrow on the Courtney Edgar show, the regular page. All right. So I just want to make sure that Banter and Barter is its own entity, so that way we can run this page up, we can run the numbers up on this page, and so that way, you know, we can just grow this thing together. So,
yeah,
you feel me? So until next time, man, I appreciate y'all. And look, and tomorrow I'll be going live, so make sure y'all tap in with me tomorrow too. Show some love, so that way we can continue to bring more subscribers there, and then carry on to Banter and Barter. You feel me?
And quit getting in trouble, Snow.
Facts, man. Stay your ass out of trouble, man. See, stay over here. You stay in these live streams. You kick it with us. You ain't gonna be getting in no trouble, man. Stop speeding. Shit. All right. Well, until next time, man, I'll holler and I'll catch y'all later, man.